Hey!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the McDonCast, the funnest podcast in town, the only podcast around. Is this your bit? You're just not doing the opening now?
Well, I thought since this is a double low effort episode, I put double low effort into the intro.
That doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about?
That would just be half effort.
Double low.
Yeah, that's just half.
Double low.
That's not... It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
What
it does now. It means half.
Well, then why wouldn't you just say half? It requires twice as many words to say.
I've learned over the years that if you just make your sentences longer, then it sounds like you're smarter than you are.
But then it's just harder to tell what you're saying.
Exactly. Once people are confused, half the time they
Did
just
you
give up.
print 2 copies of the
Nope,
docket?
I printed one.
Why?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to end up reading.
Because I told you to print 2.
Yeah, well, I was after I had already accidentally pressed the print button.
Well, then give me that one. You
I'm
wrote
just
it. You already
read.
know what it says.
I didn't memorize it.
You just wrote it like 5 minutes ago.
Do you memorize everything you write?
No, but I
Immediately after writing
definitely
it?
remember it.
I don't remember what order. It's fine. We're going to do fine. So everybody.
All right, well, I can't give you a brief rundown of the docket because,
No.
one, I don't have my laptop.
Okay,
and
so-
then Tucker won't give me the docket. So
It's
no brief rundown for you guys this week.
It's August. Okay. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing going on anywhere in the world for the most part.
Lots of stuff happened this week.
Like what?
Like Donald Mustard.
Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is this a TikTok meme?
No. He's a real guy. He was...
Donald Mustard?
Yes.
Is this like a nickname people have for Trump?
No. He's the... You know Fortnite?
I'm aware of the video game Fortnite.
Yes. You know how there's like lore?
I'm aware that there is a lore.
Yeah, that was his job. And then he left.
Did he keep track of the lore? Did he write
he
the
was the
lore? Was
writer.
he a real
He
a
was the
character
he-
or was he a real guy?
He was the story director.
The story director of Fortnite left.
Well, of Epic Games in general. But yes,
Okay.
mostly Fortnite.
And you just assumed that everyone knows that guy's name was Donald Mustard.
Well, I'm telling them now. Now they know Donald Mustard is the story guy.
Why does Fortnite even need a story director?
Because to do the lore.
But like they can just make that up. No one needs.
Well, that's
to be
what
in
they're
charge of
doing
that.
now. That's why they basically...
Yeah, he had a
That's why the
useless
story
job.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, he had a useless job. He wasn't doing anything.
No,
Anyway,
well, he was doing a lot. It's just like no one really cared.
Anyway, it's August. We're in a real dry spell in terms of news, movies, television.
Well, there's lots of movies.
video
There's just no
games.
like big movies.
No, nothing that everyone's talking about. I mean, no one's.
And all the video games that were supposed to come out are getting delayed. So
There wasn't exactly a big rush to Nobody 2 this past weekend.
Hey,
okay?
a lot of people saw Weapons last week,
Yep.
and I'm sure something else came out.
Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday. People there was a meme from that one. There was a big meme from
That
the
had a
promotional
meme?
material. Yeah.
What?
Well, because Jamie Lee Curtis did like this
Oh,
TikTok.
because her big honkers were
Yeah,
out.
and her big honkers were out. She's just been doing that the last couple movies.
Buddy,
she's
been doing that for 40 years.
Yeah, but like it's funny that she's still doing. I mean, it's working. Like clearly, it's working.
Hey, no one was talking about Freakier Friday.
No one was complaining.
No, because only weirdos would. Anyway, yeah, so we're in a real dry spell. It's been just a not very substantial summer for TV. Movies, we had that giant month of July, and it's going to be pretty quiet until like late September, early October
We have
with Tron.
some very nothing burger Marvel news stories.
So nothing big is happening. Nothing big broke.
Again, I can't
think
give you
most
guys a brief rundown because I have
Yeah.
no... Tucker, you give them the brief
I'm
rundown.
about to. Okay, jeez, calm down. All
Did
right.
you even put 5 topics in the main
There's
topic
more
section?
than 5.
No, in the main topics. That's
oh.
that's what the brief rundown is.
Don't worry about it. I think most people in the industry are on vacation right now. Well, so I think that's the reason there's just not a lot of movement in general. But anyway, this week we're going to talk about a couple of smaller news stories, not 5 like we normally do. I just have a bunch, and we're just going to see what we can get out of them. We had a couple of trailers this week for Marty Supreme, which is the new Timothée Chalamet Josh Safdie movie coming out in Christmas.
Yay.
Fallout Season 2 got its first trailer.
It did.
Task got a new trailer.
I don't know what that is.
It's the new HBO limited series from the mayor of Easttown.
Oh, so it's
creator.
not related to Tusk.
It is not related to Tusk, the
Okay.
Kevin Smith movie about a man turning into a walrus. There was a new Lego Batman game announced. That was probably
That
the
one
biggest news story
actually
of the
does
week.
look pretty sick.
And then we got some new movie announcements from Addams Family, Weapons prequel, Jason Bourne stuff, and then a bunch of kind of smaller headlines from the new Paramount takeover, which we've been talking about for the last couple of
there's
weeks.
been a lot of things going on. with
Anyway,
Paramount.
so real quick, we're going to touch on these trailers. Task, I watched it, Sam didn't. Looks
I
cool.
don't know what that is.
This is going to HBO. Stars Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, The Legend of Ochi I did see some people saying that, that came out.
That movie that came out
No,
4
the
months
show.
ago.
The show.
What show?
The Legend of Ochi show.
Ochi is a movie.
There's a show.
There's no
on
show.
HBO Max. Look it up. Well,
It's
you don't have a
literally
thing.
a movie.
Okay,
The
well,
movie,
it's
I
not-
think the movie just went to HBO Max,
Oh,
but
that
it
might
came
be
out
it.
in like March.
Yeah, with the little
just nobody
monkey
saw it.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a show.
Anyway, Task looks cool. Marty Supreme. Okay, you said you watched like 30 seconds of this and then got bored.
Yeah, Timothy.
Did you get to the part where the guy from Shark Tank is in it?
Which guy from Shark Tank?
The bald one.
Oh, I think I did actually. Yeah.
I think we talked
Mr.
about
Wonderful.
this. Yeah, on our 2025 like whole year rundown back in January, that the cast of this movie is like cracked and like insane,
Yeah.
where it's like
I do
half
remember
people
us
who
talking
just
about
aren't
that.
actors. But this is Timothy Chalamet is playing a ping pong player in, I believe, the 1960s or 70s, I want to say. This is being written and directed by Josh Safdie, who's one half of the Safdie brothers. Benny Safdie, who he made Uncut Gems and Good Time with a few years ago. He has another movie coming out this year, The Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
This ping pong movie comes out at Christmas. It's being distributed by A24. Apparently it cost them $70 million. It's like the most expensive movie they've ever made. It's a big gamble for them. I don't really know why.
This is more expensive than Everything Everywhere?
Yeah.
How? That movie had like crazy stuff happen.
That movie had a lot of crazy stuff, but it only had like 3 sets. So
Yes, yeah.
maybe that. And Timothy Chalamet is probably getting paid quite a bit for this. I didn't even realize it until I saw this trailer, but he's kind of like taking over the Christmas release slot every year
Yeah,
now.
he was in
Wonka was in 23.
He was in Wonka. He was in
He had
A Complete Unknown.
Complete Unknown last year. He's got Marty Supreme this year, and then Dune 3 is still scheduled
Dune
to come out.
3, which will probably move,
27
but is
and
allegedly
26.
coming out on Christmas.
And then Wonka 2 is happening also, and that'll probably be in 27.
we're doing.
So he's kind of got this date stamped
Isn't
out.
Wonka 2 just called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Well, we got to fill in that gap. What was he up to in between Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
And then we'll just keep making progressively smaller and smaller movies until the gap is like.
Well, we don't know how long the gap is, so we could just put whatever
Oh,
we
he
want
could
in
be
there.
immortal. He could be an immortal man.
Like 200 years passed in between.
yeah, like what if he's a vampire
Well, he had
and
all
he
those.
sucks the life out of the Oompa Loompas?
Well, he had all those friends in Wonka, and he is a friendless, lonely man in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes,
so,
like what went wrong?
Yeah,
What did he do?
We gotta
except
kill
for the
them off
Oompa
one by
Loompas
one.
who are still there, but they're like.
but they're basically his.
They're like enslaved.
They're his
by that
indentured
time,
servants. Yeah.
Yeah. And in Wonka, they like just kind of like being around him, or at least the one who's there does.
The Hugh Grant one.
Yeah, the Hugh Grant one. The
Yeah.
rest aren't there. It's just
Anyway.
the Hugh Grant one.
This looks weird, but I'm down. I'm down for pretty much. Why did this look boring to you? You just don't care.
I saw the clip. Timothy Chalamet's on the bed, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I never saw a movie star before." And then I was like, and then it
He's
started.
talking to Gwyneth Paltrow.
It started playing that song that plays during the dance scene in Napoleon Dynamite, during
Oh.
the prom thing. And then that song, I don't know what it was, but like the whole vibe of the movie, just it seems like it wants to be.
It's trying to be a little.
It's trying to be
quirky.
too nostalgic romance movie, and then I was like, oh, I don't care about that.
Apparently, it's gonna get pretty odd because Gwyneth Paltrow came out in an interview like a year ago.
Well, if she's in it, it's gonna get weird.
yeah, and said that she has like several graphic sex scenes with Timothy Chalamet. So
Oh, was she playing the movie?
yeah,
star?
she's the one. He's
I didn't
he's talking
even-
to her
I
on the
didn't even
phone.
notice
at the
she
very
was
beginning.
wearing like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really care about this story. I don't know.
do you think this will be a hit?
It'll be like
I guess it would need to do like 150
it'll probably break
million
even
globally.
It'll probably break
You
even.
think it'd do that much?
Yeah.
That would be about what a Complete Unknown did, and that had the whole.
Yeah, I could see this doing that.
You could see it doing the same.
Yeah.
Because Complete Unknown had the whole Bob Dylan. It had the music part.
Yeah, but like his music got a bump from the movie.
Yeah, probably.
No, like data wise, like it absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Did.
Like
Like
Bob
a
Dylan
massive bump.
But
like
he's
he's a
got
big
fans.
artist. But like
People know who he is.
yeah, like I'm not saying he's a complete unknown. No, like obviously he's a huge artist, but like I don't know that like I think the star power of Timothée Chalamet has the same draw as like Bob Dylan in biopic.
So you think it made $150 million because it was Timothy?
I think that was part of it. I mean, I
Okay.
think Bob Dylan. I'd say like knock 20% off of what maybe like 15% off, and then that's probably what this will do.
Okay. I don't. This Christmas is really kind of barren. It's really just like
Yeah.
Avatar, and then a couple other. Little
If there was
things.
another something coming out that kind of like had the same vibe as that, then I would maybe knock it down a bit. But like, it's really just Avatar.
I believe
So,
right
like,
now it's Avatar, it's SpongeBob. There's a new SpongeBob
yeah,
movie.
that's not gonna cross play with this at all. That doesn't.
Yeah,
that's not
and
like
then
this.
there's Jack Black and Paul Rudd are supposed to be in an Anaconda reboot.
That's not gonna
for
even
Sony.
happen. That's not even happening.
No, it is happening. It's like
No, but it's not gonna come out today.
Do you think they'll just make it and they'll just never?
No, I think it'll get delayed. Like, what?
Apparently, it was.
There would be a trailer out for that by
Well,
now.
do you remember The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's that guy. Apparently, it's the same guy who made that, making this.
Yeah, I mean, he made that movie.
That movie was good.
That was solid, but like also like where there's like I've heard nothing about that.
Yeah,
No
I don't
promo.
know. I guess they're just waiting.
So like I feel like by now we would at least have
There's no movie-
something
yeah.
like a poster or like a snippet or like Jack Black would have been like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in this thing."
apparently it's like it's Sony trying to be like, is this Sony's? I was looking at their release calendar, their release schedule for this year, and Sony's whole thing, I guess, for the entire year was we're just gonna reboot a bunch of old IPs from the '90s and just see if anyone cares about them. And the general consensus has been absolutely no one does at all.
Well, and their biggest movie of the last like 5 years is just they don't even get to like reap any of the profit. from that.
They're just sitting on their hands, just waiting for Spider-Man to come out.
Yeah, well, no, because they did K-pop Demon Hunters, but they sold it. To,
Yeah.
I think
Appar-
they sold allegedly they sold it to Netflix for a flat 20 mil.
Yeah.
and then agreed to just have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so
And it is by far and away Netflix's like second. Well, it's their second biggest movie, but it's the biggest thing they've done movie wise this year by far. I think Red Notice is the only thing that got more views than this one.
yeah, we're gonna dive into it a little bit more next week when we do our box office wrap up for the summer.
Because
But
that one is getting a 1 weekend theatrical release.
yeah, they're doing like a special
Like a
sing-along
sing-along
screening.
release. Yeah.
But apparently they spent over $100 million on that movie, got 20 for it from Netflix, and gave them the rights to the
Yeah,
franchise.
that was a very stupid
So
decision.
I don't understand that at all. Like, I guess the thinking
Did
was,
they just lose faith in the project?
They must have, because their thinking must have been, we spent $100 million on it. If we put it in theaters, we have to spend that much to market it, and then if it makes $50 million at the box office, we're $150 in the hole. So if we just sell it to them for flat 20, we're only 80 in the hole.
I mean, there's no universe where that movie would have only made $50 million.
Some internal calculation. I mean, some internal calculation must have said it was going to do less than 100 worldwide.
Their math was wrong then.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like,
know.
What?
I don't know what their thinking was on it. Because also,
I did watch that.
Oh, you finally watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
I did, yeah.
We've been talking about it for like 3 months, and you
Yeah.
finally watched
No,
it.
I watched. Actually, we already talked about that, but I watched Neja 1 as well because I did want to watch Neja 2 when it came to theaters.
Am I gonna have to watch Neja now?
It's fine.
How long is it?
It's like an hour 30.
Because I saw Neja 2's like 2.5 hours.
No, the first one's I think an hour 40, and that's with credits and stuff. And it's on YouTube for free.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
Yeah, that's how I watched it.
Is it subbed or dubbed?
Dubbed?
It's dubbed?
Yeah, and the dub is like decent. Like the mouth syncing isn't great, but like
Okay.
And the whatever voice actor they had to be his teacher is like clearly trying to do Jack Black, but like and not doing it very well.
Maybe I'll check it out, because that is like the only that's the big wide release in the
No, it's
US
literally
this week.
free on YouTube. Like, there's no reason not to watch it.
Yeah, that's the big wide release this week in the US is the Naisha 2 English dub.
I'll go see it. I mean, the first one clearly had some like really cool like set pieces and stuff that would have been cool to see in theaters. And I've heard that the second one is really good, although
It's what everyone says.
how accurate those reportings are is I guess we'll find out when we go see it, because we did not receive any funding for every single review I've seen has been a sponsored video.
For Naisha 2?
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't seen none of the film critics I normally like look at their stuff has seen it.
No, and well, the only people I've seen
Is it
talking
like
about it are like
TikTok?
TikTok people.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
and
probably
it's
just ads.
it's all sponsored. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What does Soups think? Email us, Soups.
Well, he posted a video, but his was also sponsored. So
Sam, Fallout Season 2 got a trailer.
I did watch this.
I didn't watch it because I still haven't seen Fallout Season 1.
Oh, you should. It's good.
I know. I will watch it. Okay. I haven't gotten to it yet. All right. Give me a break. It's a lot. There's not a lot going on.
There's like nothing going on.
Been watching other shows. Been watching a lot of Seinfeld.
Why?
I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah.
What do you think of this trailer for this season of television debuting December 17th on Prime Video?
Disclaimer, I have never played Fallout.
Of course.
I don't really care for Fallout.
The games. Although I heard Fallout 3 is really good.
I have played Skyrim, and
It's a different game.
They're both made by Bethesda. The games have a lot of talent shared across development,
and they're running the same engine. Years ago.
They're basically just like the same game in a different setting with like one has guns and one has swords.
You played Starfield for like 10 minutes, right?
I booted it up. I got through the scene where you descend from the elevator into the mine shaft, and then I did something else and never opened the game again.
Right.
Because I had it on Game Pass, but I have since gotten rid of Game Pass, so now I just don't care. Anyway,
one of the biggest fumbles of all time.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Skyrim in space, and it was just like
nothing.
What if you wandered around the moon for a little bit?
What if nothing happened? The video game. But anyway, Fallout. I have never played. I saw the first season of the show. It was pretty good. There were like all the performances were great. This next season they go to New Vegas, which is like the fan favorite setting from the Fallout universe.
Right.
And the villain there is like a big fan favorite villain.
And this is canon, right? Like the show exists in the same universe.
So here's the thing. Yes. However, the game where New Vegas is the setting takes place before the show.
Okay.
And has 3 different endings depending on your choices. So they have been very wishy-washy on like what exactly
what is the canon ending?
Yeah, what the canon ending will be, what exactly
have any
will
of
be
the
going
games
on. None of the other games have
afterward?
taken place there after those games have taken that game took place.
Would they be able to just like vaguely mesh them all together into one?
What I believe was said, and this is something they said like a couple of years ago, so I don't know
Probably
if this is
around
correct.
When the first season came.
But what I believe they said is this takes place far enough in the future that like it doesn't really matter.
Does it like blow up or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the game endings.
I don't know the lore.
Apparently, the villain, I saw people's reactions to it. They're like, oh, he's just like he is in the game. This is so cool. So people are very excited for the villain. Again, I'm not super familiar with him, but he does look cool in the trailer. He's like kind of got this big surveillance state that he's been running in Las Vegas even before the apocalypse happened, and then he sort of continued to run that into the apocalypse afterwards. So we'll see how that affects things.
You know what I'm excited for about season 2?
What's that?
Macaulay Culkin's in it.
He is in it, and he is playing.
Is he in the trailer?
Yeah, he's in the trailer, and he's playing like a homeless guy.
That's good.
And he's got a gold coin or something.
Good for Macaulay Culkin.
I don't know who
Apparently
who
he's
that
also in
supposed to be,
Zootopia too.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him, bro.
Is he playing the snake? Who's he playing?
Probably just like a random minor character.
All right. Anyways, yeah, it looks good. It looks like more of the first season, which is good because the first season was pretty good.
There was also a trailer for Ballad of a Small Player.
I don't know what that is.
Which is the Colin Farrell, Edward Berger movie about a gambler in Macau going straight to Netflix.
Do not care about that at all.
Looks really cool. Sam will never watch it.
No, I will not watch that because I do not know what that is, and I do not care.
Here we go. Telltale and Warner Brothers Games. Not Telltale. What is the Traveler's Tales?
Traveler's Tales.
And Warner Brothers Games
TT
unveiled
games.
their new Lego Batman game, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which is a new open world game, Lego Batman game in the same vein as Skywalker Saga from a few years ago, where you will play through levels inspired by each of the cinematic Batman movies, except for, I think, the DCEU, because there wasn't any DCEU Batman stuff in the trailer. But he also never had a solo movie in the DCEU. So they'd probably just skip
I don't even... I mean, there are no movies in the DCEU right now with Batman. So I don't know
DCEU, like no BVS stuff.
Oh. Yeah, there wasn't any of that in the trailer.
In the trailer, there's some Burton, a little bit
yeah,
of
he
Nolan.
never had a movie in that.
Yeah, he never had a solo
As far
movie.
as I can tell from the trailer that we have so far, it is just Batman.
Yeah,
so we're
you
taking
only
a
play
step,
as Batman.
Yeah, we're taking a step back from the last 2 Lego Batman games where it was really a Lego Justice League game.
Although I'm
it's
sure
just Batman.
You will be able to play as a couple of the characters.
There will probably be like cameos.
You'll probably be able to play as the villains.
Yeah.
At a certain point, Alfred, Robin shows up in 2 Batman
Alfred
movies.
almost for sure will be a playable character. I think he was a playable character.
Commissioner
in the first Lego Batman game.
Gordon. Various Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, James Gunn is in it.
I think that was a meme. I don't think that was real.
There's like a screenshot of his character.
Yeah, I think that's
could be.
Commissioner Gordon. People just said it looks like.
But
James
I mean, he does look exactly like James Gunn. So.
Hey, Kathleen Kennedy's playable in Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That's something. What does she do anything, or is
she
she just
has,
Kathleen Kennedy?
I think she has a gun.
All right, I've never played Lego. Actually,
did
I have.
You did.
I did, but I don't remember it.
You didn't get to the part where you play as J.J. Abrams.
I guess not.
And Kathleen Kennedy.
Didn't know that.
Anyway,
was a thing.
I don't know if you saw confirmation on this or not, but I saw a thing that it was like, you're not playing through each of the movies as its own distinct world. They've like blended all of them into one.
So this
kind of like amalgam storyline.
This was an assumption I made just seeing the trailer. What I believe, they're going one of 2 routes. First of all, Gotham City, there will be just one Gotham City.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
it'll probably be fairly large.
Yeah, I'm assuming the different levels will be like places you go and then it starts the level. I don't know if they will be interconnected. Like, I don't know if there will be an overarching story for the whole game, or if each level will be its own self-contained thing.
Maybe the Gotham will change.
What I do know is the Penguin in the Batman section was not Colin Farrell Penguin. He had like big spiky hair coming off the side, so like
I don't know.
And he
what
had
version
spiky
of
teeth
Penguin
as well.
That's supposed to be.
I think he's
like
more
a
or less.
mesh
I think he's supposed to be like the Danny DeVito one mixed with the Colin Farrell one. So it does look like at least the villains.
But like Joker and Bane are both the Nolan versions.
Yeah, and the
Gordon. I saw several different Commissioner Gordons.
Yeah, so what I assume it is just each movie will be its own self-contained level. There might be like an overarching story, but if there is, it would be, I assume, separate from like the movie-themed levels.
Anyway, I think it's been like 9 years since the last Lego Batman game. I don't know.
It depends on if you count Lego Supervillains,
which I don't.
Which came out in 2018, I believe.
I'm counting Lego Batman 3 as the last one.
Then yes, I think that came out in 2015. So
dang, it's
been 10 years.
And this will be in 26 at the earliest.
Yeah.
Like every video game, this will probably get delayed.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going off Skywalker Saga release timeline, this game will come out in 2030.
Yeah. But there was a little bit of gameplay in the trailer, and they showed a little bit at Gamescom was where this was revealed.
we did hear from leaks that this game did
we knew this was coming a few weeks ago, that they were working on a Lego Batman game with
that was an amalgam of several different Lego Batman properties.
Which makes sense, because I think Skywalker Saga came out like, what? 2022
or 2023. Yeah, so one of those.
So 2 or 3 years ago.
A while
at this
ago,
point.
yeah.
They've been working on this for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, we knew this was coming for a little bit, and it looks like from the gameplay that it's basically like a kind of a rip of Batman Arkham, but they've just reskinned
just Lego themed, which is fine.
The combat appears to be pretty much just the Arkham combat,
and there's even scene,
even a lot of the gadgets and stuff he uses.
Yeah, there's even a scene where he uses the explosive gel in the bat shape on the wall. I wonder if there will be a Batman Arkham level.
There will probably be a skin. I don't know if they do a whole level. Just because why? If you are going to basically...
what I think this game is probably going to be is
there are a lot of Batman movies. They've got a lot of ground to cover.
Just as much Batman as they can fit into. So like I assume there will be a Lego Batman level as well.
Probably some Easter eggs and stuff, yeah.
That there will be just a bunch of references to just any Batman thing they can possibly fit.
they've got... What? So there's the 4... ones from the 80s and 90s. They'll probably do...
There will probably one for those.
4 movies.
I know. I think there will be one level that... like
for all 4 of them?
I think they'll just pick one and do that one. I think each iteration of Batman will get like a level, and then the Nolan ones will probably get like maybe 2.
So we got the Adam West stuff. They can't help themselves. They'll do something with that.
There will be. That's what I'm saying. Like they'll do one Adam
But he
West
only
level.
had one theatrical movie to pull from.
Yeah, but again, I don't think each level will be like one movie necessarily. I think it'll just be each version of Batman gets
That's
a level.
only like 4 levels.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they would throw in like a Lego one, and then you throw in like an Arkham one.
I think the fun of it would be that you do every movie.
Okay, but
Because
most of Batman Begins is him
Batman,
just, like,
Batman Returns
homeless.
are pretty similar. I mean, the villains are different and the city is different, but like
and you're retreading a lot. Of
those
the
are
same
pretty
ground
similar.
there.
But like Batman Forever gets crazy, and Batman and Robin is dumb enough where you could do a whole riff on that.
But that's
All
almost
3 of the Nolan movies are very distinct, and so is the Batman. Like, there's enough there for each thing to have its own level, if not a subtle.
I'm also thinking the scale of like what Lego is capable of.
Rise of
pulling off.
Skywalker is not a small game. I mean, they did.
Exactly, yes, but every level is the exact same thing. That's why I never finished the game. Because
You
I
never
got
finished it?
No, I got to episode 7, and then I was like, I'm tired of doing the same level 9
I think
times.
I think Skywalker Saga was 3 levels per movie.
Well, each movie was like just. There weren't really levels. It was just like
They were like 3
each
sections.
movie was its own thing, and then you just did the whole movie.
But there were like 3 sections to each movie.
Yeah, there were like 3 acts.
Yeah, so probably a similar thing. So that's 27 levels in Skywalker Saga. If there's 7, 8, 9, yeah, that would be the exact same if they did all 9 theatrically released live-action Batman movies, not counting the DCU stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
I'll
fun.
play
I'm
this.
definitely gonna play it. Hopefully, it comes out on.
By the time
something.
I'm dead.
I don't even know. Like what?
It's coming to the current gen systems.
Is it? Or is it coming to Switch
PS5?
1 or Switch
it is coming
2?
to Switch 2.
Not Switch 1.
Not Switch 1. I don't think it'll run on Switch 1.
Skywalker Saga ran on Switch 1. I assume it's going to be basically the same.
But they got to phase out these old console gens at some point, Sam. It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, well, Nintendo did raise the price.
It's true.
Which
$330 base Switch.
signposts to me that they're not planning on like abandoning the console anytime soon, for better or worse.
I think
Because you don't raise the price if you're planning on
it's
demand
just
going down.
I think it's just a liberating thing. I think it's for liberation purposes, not because.
Okay, but it's not like they were making all the Switch ones that they were selling is just stock that's in the US that we're just working
Right.
through, I assume. Because Switches haven't been selling that well for the last like 4 years.
because it's an old system.
Yeah, so I assume you wouldn't really be importing a lot of Switches. We already have enough Switches here.
I don't know.
So to me, this just means they just want to keep this
It doesn't
system
make
relevant.
a whole lot of sense. It would make more sense if. Yeah, I mean, because the Switch 2 price didn't go up, but that's also because it just launched.
Yeah, well, I think the Switch 2 came out.
I think that will go up.
I think they can't get enough stock in the US for
As is every console launch.
yeah,
at this
because
point.
of course they can't. And so they're doing the exact same thing PlayStation did, where we just
ratchet up the
old
price.
system's price and then just kind of keep floating it around until stock levels out.
I think
but it never really does.
I mean, how are they going to support it? Like, that thing can barely. That thing had 10-year-old hardware 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's running Xbox 360 stuff, and that came out 20 years ago.
Yep.
Like, what could you possibly get to run on that machine?
I mean, the only games that
Donkey Kong Bonanza didn't come out
Donkey Kong's not on there.
Switch. Neither did Mario Kart.
I think it'll depend on how
Metroid Prime 4, I guess, is the only one that's confirmed to actually be coming.
and ZA.
And ZA. Pokemon.
But those were both announced pre-Switch.
Do we know
2.
when Metroid's coming out?
Supposed to come out 2026. We don't know exactly.
Oh, it got
when.
pushed back?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
During their last announcement thing, when they did their big promo for it, and we're like, here's gameplay, here's this, here's that.
And Pokemon's coming out.
Pokemon's coming out in like a month.
The normal Pokemon.
Normal November, second week of
release
November.
date.
That
Okay.
it literally always comes out on every year, and then everyone pretends it doesn't.
Everyone, I don't know why no one's picked up on that yet.
It's
other
been
than us.
Since I think literally since Black and White 2.
Yeah, I believe since this.
I think Black and White 2.
No, I think it was Black and White 1. I think it's ever since the DS they've been doing it.
The first one I remember it releasing on that date was X and Y, and then every single one since then has also released on that date. But that was also when I started.
No,
keeping
because I
track.
think Black and White 2 came out in like March.
Like I said,
Black and White 2 were weird.
X and Y was the first one that I like paid attention to the release.
Yeah, and that
was the first game that came out after I started paying attention.
That was 2013. That was like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
They've been coming out every weekend for 12 years.
Yeah, on the same day.
Okay, here's something. There are conflicting reports from The Hollywood Reporter and Deadline that Deadpool is set to appear in Avengers Doomsday. Deadline is reporting that their sources have said Ryan Reynolds has not been on set, and there's no talk of him being in Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Didn't Ryan Reynolds say he was going to be in it?
Heat Vision's Aaron Couch and Boris Kitt from The Hollywood Reporter have said that he is in the movie, but it's more of a cameo appearance. He's not one of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is what we expected, right?
Well,
Fight pile.
That's going... Well, no. They're going to be doing the bit where like, oh, I'm an Avenger now, guys. And then Hulk goes, no, you're not. And then that's the bit.
Do you think he'll interact with the other characters, or do you think
He will
show up?
He'll have like a scene with them where he like... We get the funny joke where he's like, he's wearing like an Avengers t-shirt. And he's like, guys, I made it. And
Well,
like, who's this guy?
Wolverine is going to show up, right? We're assuming that.
Well, yeah, because it's X-Men. Well, yeah, he has to be there because we're doing
Hugh
X-Men.
Jackman is there.
No, the whole plot is that the X-Men universe and the main one is colliding. So yeah, of course Deadpool will be there.
Yeah.
It's not even
for even a second.
And isn't he already in the MCU timeline now?
No, he's still in the Fox one.
Then yeah. It's not even what are we talking about? Obviously he's going to be there.
I'm just assuming everyone's in it.
This one made lots of money.
Yeah. He's pointing to the Deadpool and Wolverine poster, everyone.
Yes. Whenever I do that, just assume that's
honestly, but I'm just expecting literally everyone to be in. If
Not
not Doomsday, then in Secret Wars.
Not necessarily Doomsday. I don't think everyone, but for Secret Wars, absolutely.
Like literally, like dead Marvel actors from like the 1980s. I'm expecting to show up in Secret Wars.
Who? Like the guy who played Thor in the 70s
probably
TV
like
show?
the 70s Hulk.
Is he dead?
Like probably Lou Ferrigno. He's not dead, but he's elderly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who is he?
They would put they'd put a younger AI version of him.
Or that like that Iron Man, but he was like made of plastic and he had like a bucket for a head.
Probably Howard the Duck from the 80s movie.
Well, no, because we have our own Howard the Duck. We don't need to do that.
But multiverse. Things you know. Look at thing you recognize.
I don't think they are going to touch the George Lucas Howard the Duck movie.
Because, okay, Sam, it's the internet. All right?
The internet doesn't even remember that.
Everyone hates that movie, right?
No.
It's awful.
No, we hate that movie because we know it exists.
People know about it.
No, they don't.
People on the internet know about it.
No, they genuinely
yes,
do
they
not.
do.
No.
Yes,
who?
they do. People on the internet. What do you mean who?
Other than the Nostalgia Critic, name one person you've ever heard mention the Howard the Duck movie on YouTube
Sam,
or on the internet.
Like every nerd YouTuber at some point has mentioned the Howard the Duck movie.
Literally nobody.
The
except
point
for the
is,
guys from that.
The point is how the internet works is you take the movie that everyone hates and you put the stuff in it in a new thing, and everyone goes, "Oh, I actually loved that movie this whole time."
Okay, there's not going to be time to put 80s Howard the Duck
in the background. These are all just when the portals all open up and they all converge in the fight pile. These are all things that
I think the fight pile has limits as to who can even fight. Howard the Duck doesn't even fight. He's just like a guy.
He can have a gun.
He doesn't. He's just a guy.
He can have a gun. The other Howard the Duck will be there.
Yeah, because he's part of the MCU. He's in.
He doesn't fight.
Things.
He's just gonna have a gun.
I don't even know if that Howard the Duck will be there either.
He was in Endgame.
Yeah, it's like a post-credit thing.
No, he was in the background. He was there at the big fight at the end.
He was not in the fight pile.
Mm-hmm. At the end of Endgame, he was in the fight pile.
Okay, maybe
he was with the Ravagers.
Zoom into 2 pixels and you see an orange.
I think he's
speck. You can be
no,
that's his beak.
You can look it up after this. He is in it. He doesn't say anything, but he's in the background.
Again, that's at least
Marvel,
an MCU character.
Marvel's just gonna take all of the various CG assets from previous movies they have on a laptop.
That's the thing. There's no CG asset of him. He's a puppet.
Fine. Okay, I'll give you the 80s Howard the Duck.
I'm just saying. Is his human girlfriend gonna be in the fight pile too?
Why not, bro?
Are the duck boobs gonna be there?
I'm assuming. I'm not coming if they're not. Double entendre. I'm just assuming everyone is in it. Literally everyone. Everyone who was in an old live action Marvel X-Men show from 2018. Literally.
Legion?
Yeah, sure. Let's get the Legion guy in
will
here.
Be there.
Yeah, why not, bro? This is...
Are New Mutants gonna be there?
This is Marvel blowing their load.
Is New Mutants going to be there? Those guys aren't cheap.
Maybe Anya Taylor-Joy.
That would be the most expensive one if you were going to get any of them.
They're already spending. What's the
Arya Stark
What's another
girl doing?
$5 million?
She's not. What is she doing? Like talking about how cool Game of Thrones used to be?
Yeah, I don't know. What's Maisie Williams up to?
Yeah, get her in there. Who else? The guy from Stranger Things?
No,
he's assuming.
I think they're going to reserve all X-Men nostalgia for anything pre Days of Future Past. I think it'll just be the very old X-Men actors.
Well, we know there's going to be like other random ones there too, because there's the girl, like Photon's mom or whatever, who's like.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we know there's gonna be like some weird like other ones.
Everyone collectively forgot about the Marvel's post-credits.
Yeah.
Did you see Nia DaCosta came out in an interview the other day and was just like, yeah, the script was bad.
Is that one?
Made it without a script.
Is the Marvel's post-credit scene the only one that is actually getting followed up on out of the entire this phase of MCU
are
movies?
you not counting the movies from this year?
Okay, I guess the Captain America one.
And Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four.
Especially Fantastic Four. Yeah.
And Thunderbolts, because
I guess from the...
That scene from Thunderbolts is going to be a scene in the movie.
Yeah. Okay, so pre-Thunderbolts, like movies that hadn't...
The Captain America one doesn't matter at all. That was the dumb
that
leader
one,
in
sure,
prison.
we can count that. Like, I guess that...
Because he says
the
vague thing is coming from a vague place.
Something is going to happen. No way. What? Something. Ooh.
I mean, you're asking me to even remember what the other post-credit scenes were.
What was... So, okay.
None of the Loki
The Arishem
stuff.
one is not... That's not
No,
real. They actually... Yeah,
they
said
are
they're
not going to be in it. Which makes sense. Because they would have to pay Angelina Jolie to do nothing, and they're not doing that.
Yeah, that's an expensive fight pile cast to throw
the
into the
Eternals.
fight pile.
I still think they're going to pull Harry Styles back out at some point. Because I just think there's money to be made with him.
I think the only thing you could do, though, is like the joke of like, you're Thanos' brother, but you're not a purple alien.
When they do another Guardians, throw him in. Like,
yeah, he could do that.
I'm saying like they're gonna do something.
I mean, I'm
with
honestly surprised he wasn't in like the most
I
recent
think
Guardians.
Black
movie.
Knight is probably in a version of whatever Blade is gonna end up being.
Yeah.
So he might come back. I think the rest of them
because he's in Eternals.
Yeah, I think the rest of them are all. Yeah, I think they're.
Well, Cersei will probably cameo or something.
I would think
because Black Knight is like supposed to be.
But they're
dating
all
her,
in space. They're all on trial.
No, she can.
They're all in
They'll
court.
just be like, oh yeah, I'm innocent. I'm back now.
And I would say maybe Kingo, but I don't know.
He was
Kumail
fun.
Nanjiani's pretty old.
Yeah, but he was the only Eternals character in
that anyone liked.
Well, but he was also
he's been referenced in other stuff.
Yeah, he was in
his posters are in the background of a bunch of shit.
No, the stupid multiverse show that doesn't actually do
What
anything
If?
Cool. Yeah, he was in What If. He was the only one that was in What If.
What If doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that What If is a testing ground where they see like, do you care about this character? What about this guy? Do you remember him?
Remember Moon Knight?
Yeah, that's where they like
Iron Fist?
That's where they go like, what do you think about that? Is this cool? What is that?
mech suits?
Robots?
Robots?
Hulk? Big Hulk. What do you think about
several
that?
Hulks?
Yeah, no. What If is where they just like say things and see if it gets a reaction.
No, I think all the Eternals are done. I think it will mostly be reserved for the 3 Spider-Man, all the old Avengers actors.
But yeah, so
minus Scarlett Johansson.
We know Multiverse of Madness post-credit scene not going to be
What
there.
was that one?
We need you. There's another incursion.
I think they'll do that in Doctor Strange 3. I think Cleo will be back.
Okay, that might come up. Maybe.
No, like
maybe they'll be like the incursion.
The dumb incursion. Well, incursions will be in it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you could like. Obviously, it wouldn't be what they intended for that scene to be, but like you could retrofit that into being related to whatever's happening.
And that was Charlize Theron, and I think she'll be back in Doctor Strange 3, which I do think they'll make.
Like you could retrofit that into kind of fitting whatever's happening here.
I'm gonna count that one.
If we count the Captain America one,
and he's got a third eye.
Yeah,
he's got 3 eyes.
Which, all right. And then what other?
Where are the other ones?
Black Panther. That one's not.
What was that one?
The T'Challa baby.
Oh,
was that at the post-credit scene? Or no,
that was just the end of the movie.
Was there a post-credit scene for Black Panther?
I think it was like I think it was an Ironheart thing, or a Midnight. Were they the Midnight Angels or whatever?
The blue ones.
Okoye gets an Iron Man suit.
No, but she got that during the movie.
Yeah, but it's something teased with that at the end. It's like she breaks like white guy out of jail or something.
But he wasn't in
They
jail.
were going to do a TV show about the Dora Milaje having Iron Man suits, but it got scrapped. So that one doesn't count.
Okay, so
I
then
think
that
that's what I
one. So
thought.
we're not doing that one.
Not that one.
What other ones?
Ant-Man 3, no.
Ant-Man 3, we've totally scrapped.
All the Kangs are going to die off screen.
Yeah, anything that had to do with that.
Guardians 3.
Did that one have a post-credit scene?
It had the scene with the new Guardians.
Was that?
Oh, it was the legendary Star-Lord will return. He'll
right,
be
it
in
was with his dad.
Okay,
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Yeah, that he'll be there.
So
be
that
there.
one will count. I mean, what Thor.
All of these.
Nothing in Thor: Love and Thunder.
All of these were so vague that like
Shang-Chi.
you could kind of say that they fit, I guess.
Do you think the Shang-Chi, the beacon in the rings thing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
We know he's in it.
No, he will for sure. Like those will be from
Wild that those will be important.
multiverse.
That movie is like 4 years old.
Those rings will be like, oh, those are the multiverse rings. We need those to close the multiverse hole.
Remember that movie that not a lot of people saw from 5 years
Shang-Chi
ago?
was good. Like it was fun.
It was fine. It was not memorable.
No, but like it was.
What's a thing that even happened in
Okay,
Shang-Chi?
I think it had some of the coolest
There
fight
were
scenes.
some pretty cool fight scenes, and then at the end there was a big CGI dragon, and they were like,
Yeah, the dragon was lame, but like the fight scenes were pretty sick.
And Awkwafina
All
was
of the
in it.
hand-to-hand fight scenes were really cool.
Awkwafina was in it.
Awkwafina was also there too. She was there.
Well, what about the TV show Secret Invasion? No. Moon Knight? No.
Well, okay, Secret Invasion, I guess, in the sense like Nick Fury will be there, I guess. So like, I guess that means
maybe
that it
for a
counts,
second.
Sort of.
What is Nick Fury even gonna do?
He's gonna be like,
give him a pep talk?
well, no, he has the spaceship.
The space?
Yeah.
The sword? Ship?
Yeah.
No, didn't that blow up in the Marvels?
No, they just evacuated it, but I assume they'll just go back.
I guess he's still hanging out with all those
Yeah.
cats. Spider-Man. What was the Spider-Man one? Venom symbiote. That'll be in Brand New Day. You don't think?
It'll depend on how desperate.
Because it was also kind of a setup for The Last Dance, the third Venom movie.
Well, we kind of like shoehorned it into The Last Dance, but like I think that'll depend on like what the deal that like Marvel and Sony have at that point in time. That'll depend on what that ends up becoming.
Sure.
Because like that might end up being a Spider. Like maybe that ooze gets onto some character in Spider-Man.
Some of the post-credit scenes have been followed up on already. WandaVision was followed up on because that was Monica Rambeau. We need you to go to space.
Yeah, and then the Darkhold that was followed up on.
Darkhold was followed up on
in Multiverse of Madness. They destroy it.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the power broker thing. They'll never follow up on that.
That's not ever a thing.
Never being mentioned ever again. The Loki ones were both Kang related, so neither did those.
Wait, what was the post credits for Loki season 2?
Did it have one?
I don't think it did.
Maybe
I think
it didn't even have one.
No, because remember they're like, yep, all the Kangs are gone.
Yeah,
and things are good now.
Do you think Owen Wilson will come back?
I hope might. So. He might like cameo. I could see. Oh, he'll die in the beginning.
No.
Well, because we know the TVA is going to be there, and that means Owen Wilson will get killed.
No, but he's on a break. Remember, he's on sabbatical right now.
He'll just have come back from vacation.
No.
He'll be like, he'll walk in.
They can kill every character but Owen Wilson.
I will tell you exactly how the scene will go, okay?
He never got to ride a jet ski.
No. Black Lady will be in the office.
Black Lady?
Yeah, the one who runs the TVA.
Oh, B-15.
Yeah, B-15 will be there. I don't remember her name. She doesn't even have a name.
She's what's Wuni Masuku from Sinners.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
And she's telling the agent, she's like, yep, we got an issue in timeline 716 or whatever.
X-Men 1998.
And then the alarm will be bleeping and it'll be blooping. And then Owen Wilson will walk in and he'll have a towel like around his shoulders and he'll be drinking like a smoothie and he'll have sunglasses on. And he'll walk in and he'll be like, man, I had such a great time. And I rode a jet ski. Wow. And then she'll be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. We have a problem in universe D14567. And then he'll be like, isn't that the one that we had the problem on in Deadpool and Wolverine movie? And then she'll be like, yes, that's the exact one that we had that problem in. And then Dr. Doom will show up and just start killing them.
I don't want him to die.
And then he'll be like,
they can't.
He'll die sending Loki
Loki's sitting
notice.
at the tree.
It doesn't matter. He'll die sending Loki the uh-oh button.
Okay, here's
he'll
another
press
question.
He'll press the get Loki on the phone button.
Can you kill Loki again?
Yeah.
For the third or fourth time?
Yes, because people actually like him now. They like when he died in Infinity War.
Killed him.
They killed him right after he just like sort of kind of had a redemption.
People have always liked Loki.
People liked him because Tom Hiddleston is like a charismatic like actor.
They've always liked that character. But he's always been fun.
He wasn't a sympathetic character until after.
I think he's been a sympathetic character since Thor. I think he's always been a sympathetic character.
Sorta. I mean, he did do like a genocide for like no reason, like twice.
Well, in the Avengers, he was being corrupted by the Mind Stone. It was making him crazy.
Was it?
Yeah, that's in the movie.
I don't.
That's why his eyes are glowing blue and stuff.
His eyes don't glow. Oh, it's only the people that he touches.
No, that's why he's like looking sickly and gross.
He doesn't look sickly and gross in
Watch the movie again. It's in the movie.
He looks like he always does.
Because they bring it up again in Thor: The Dark World. That the Mind Stone was like scrambling up his brain. Like he was bad, but that
I have a feeling
the Mind
like
Stone made him
came
worse.
up with that in that movie because that's when they started doing his
no,
like redemption.
They've
arc.
said that was the intention. Because like the beginning of that movie when he first teleports into like the shield base or whatever, like he looks like super pale and sweaty and like that.
No, I just assume that's
apparently
that
was
like
because he was
living
like,
in outer space for a while.
Yeah, apparently it was that the Mind Stone was like messing his brain up. And it was kind of driving him mad.
Well, anyway,
he's always been sympathetic.
At this point, he is at his like peak of like everyone loves Loki.
He's been one of the supporting heroes since Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, like if you kill him, like he's finished his character arc now. Like he's actually gone through a full.
So now you kill him off for a third time?
Yeah, because now he's good. He's done now.
But like, would anyone buy it?
Yeah.
You think if they kill him a third
because
time?
His character arc is done now.
It was arguably done the other two times.
Yeah, sort of.
Well.
Again, he decided to do like one nice thing and then died, which is like, yeah, I mean that's a start.
I don't think they'll kill him. I think it would have no weight. Like of all the characters to kill, like he's the one
it would have weight now because of the show.
No, but everyone would just assume that he's not dead.
I don't think so.
The characters died like 3 times. You think everyone would just be like, "Oh yeah, for real now."
No, because like there's nothing else to do with him. Like we're not gonna make another Loki show.
He can keep popping up and stuff.
He hasn't popped up in anything since.
I mean, Thor's character arc is complete, and he's still running around. Apparently,
yes, and how good was Thor: Love and Thunder?
I'm not saying it's good.
Exactly. Like I don't think we're gonna be doing.
No. I'm not saying that everything he'll show up in will be good. I'm just saying that he'll keep showing up in.
And he's kind of like, but he hasn't shown up in anything since the show ended.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I think they're just kind of. I think they're like more or less.
He's in the next
kind
thing.
Of done
We know.
Yes, and I think he's just gonna die in this. I think he's kind of more or less like done. I think they're kind of just done with that character.
I think if they're not done with Thor, I think they're not done with him. We got to bring them together. We got to reunite them.
I can't. Well, Thor will be there when he dies, obviously.
I think they might kill Thor. I think Hemsworth.
Well, no, they said he's gonna stay cast as Thor for the next stuff. So I don't think.
Yeah, for the 2 movies that are currently in production.
No, for like after they said he's gonna be one of the ones that sticks around. So I don't think he's gonna die.
They're just saying
Kevin Feige was like, we're gonna keep him as Thor for a long time.
Yeah, this doesn't mean anything.
Unless he just is doing that just to tee up that he's dying.
Well, yeah, because you're not going to say we're going to kill him off in Secret Wars.
No, but he could have just said nothing. He didn't have to say.
Because someone asked
He didn't have to. No, they asked him if people were going to get recast, and he was like, well, these ones won't, but no, anyone else could. Like,
someone goes,
recast that
someone
guy.
like Chris Hemsworth, and he goes, sure. Like, they don't ever go out and just be like, we're keeping Tom Holland, Chris Hemsworth, and Florence Pugh, and the rest of them are all gone. They don't do that. Because the agents would get mad.
I mean, sure. I mean, Thor can die.
Anyway,
Love and Thunder was bad. I don't really care if he dies. Plus, we have the girl. She can like be girl Thor.
She's not going to be in it. They're not going to even acknowledge her.
Well, she'll probably. I think she'll be there.
Really?
I don't think they care because they have never really cared about.
No one liked that movie.
Hang on, but they've never really cared about like not bringing characters back because their movies were unpopular.
Yeah, but also,
like,
what does Thor's 10-year-old daughter do?
She just fights. She's got a hammer now.
There's already 50 characters in this movie.
And she follows Thor around. And then they go, Thor, who's this? And he goes, and then she goes, I'm his daughter. And then they go, Thor, you have a kid? And then he's like, it's complicated. And then that's the joke. You got to remember, like, half these characters there to just do one bit.
Okay, sure.
Because again, this movie's going to be like...
She can be on the Young Avengers.
Each character has to do one bit. Because there's so many characters. Yeah. And like...
There will be no protagonists. They all have to
you got to remember, like,
bit.
it doesn't really matter what the perception of the character is. Because they're only going to have, like, 3 lines of dialogue. Except for the main ones.
I think Vanessa Kirby is going to be, like...
Vanessa Kirby,
the protagonist.
Yeah, there will be like
Doom.
There will be 3 like characters that are like the focus of the movie. And then everyone else will have like a couple bits
Which I think is going to be Doom, Invisible Woman,
maybe
and
Franklin. Thor?
Because that's what the reports are saying. Everyone's saying that his role is like in like important, like it's big. Which makes sense because he's the only like OG
he's
guy.
really well. He's also really the only like powerhouse character they have.
Yeah, that and
at the moment.
Hemsworth is like one of the bigger names they still have.
Yeah.
And then Sue, because it's all going to involve around her kid, and then Doom, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I think you fold in Spider-Man for Secret Wars, and then he becomes the big guy because he's got to go.
Oh my
Dad,
God. It's my kind
dad,
of dad, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that the whole reason they're doing this is so that Tom Holland, a 30-year-old man, can look at Robert Downey Jr. and go, Dad.
What? Oh my God.
I saw like a clickbait news headline the other day that said a current Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy will be his last. So I'm like, he's going to do 3 more movies and then quit? Okay.
Yeah, that seems
that's
like
more
a
than
good amount of
anyone
movies
would
for him to
expect
do.
him. Yeah, like what?
I think he'll do I think he'll do one Avengers after the trilogy is done, and then that'll be his last thing as Spider-Man before they pick a new Spider-Man.
They'd kill him and do Miles, right?
I assume so, because
Yeah.
that's what happens in the Ultimate Universe,
And
also in the Miles Morales.
or maybe
movie.
he would just retire so they can bring him back again later.
Well, no, him from another universe would help coach new Miles, and they would literally just do.
Him and Zendaya need to have a happy.
They would literally just. It would be a live action remake of Spider-Verse, but it would also basically be like
makes sense, yeah, because they're creatively bankrupt.
Yeah.
Alfred Goh and Miles Miller, creators of Wednesday and Smallville, are developing a new animated Addams Family movie that is unrelated to the current TV series or
those
the
guys
previous
are-
animated films.
Those
they just
guys are
made.
really good at making something out of nothing burgers. Like Wednesday as a concept, that's a nothing burger.
correct. And
Superman,
that show
but
is
he's
also,
not Superman. That's also a nothing burger.
But arguably, both those shows are nothing burgers.
Yeah, but they're like popular anyways, like for really no reason.
For really, absolutely no.
But like that's
reason.
what I'm like. They're good at making something burgers out of nothing.
You haven't
burgers.
watched it, but the first 4 episodes of Wednesday season 2 are out, and man, is that the most expensive CW show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was
Just-
always a CW show.
Like insane amounts of. They probably spent $200 million plus
Do any of them
on a teen drama.
Do any of them have like a masochistic, sexy alter ego that like they use to like manipulate people? Because that's a thing that is like surprisingly common in CW shows.
I mean, the guy who's like a monster. You saw the first season.
Yeah,
The
like,
villain is kind of doing that.
I thought he wasn't in it.
No, he's back.
I thought he was.
Her other love interest is gone.
Right.
The one that they obviously wanted her to be with. He was.
I thought he
fired.
was the bad guy of the last season.
Yeah, the normal dude, or the normal in quotes. Spoilers for Wednesday show from 3
Oh,
years ago.
I thought the monster guy was the bad guy.
Yeah, the monster guy is the bad guy. He's still in the show.
Yeah, that's the one that I thought was kicked off. Was the monster
No,
guy?
he's still on. The other guy. Was
I don't
kicked off.
even remember the other guy.
The other guy like drew stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he was fired because he might have been groping
Yeah,
people.
no, I remember that. I remember why they were fired. I just couldn't remember who was fired.
Allegedly, but yeah, no, it's I guess maybe him. He would count.
Okay, sure.
The wolf girl's in a love triangle
With who?
with the Medusa man and another werewolf guy.
There's a Medusa guy.
Remember from season 1?
No. The only thing I remember from the
You
first
saw
season,
it, right?
I remember that. What's the name of the dad?
Gomez,
Yeah, Gomez killed a dude,
which doesn't matter.
which didn't really matter at all. But I remember that scene where they were like dueling in the rain on like the
Yeah.
rooftop of the school, and I was like, "What is this? Is like just from a different show happening." I remember Wednesday like is sort of a detective, and there's
Right.
like
No, the show is for some reason a detective show.
I remember that there's like a secret society, but like literally
They don't do anything.
everyone is in
and
it,
everyone
and they
is in
do
it.
nothing.
Every character on the
and
show
the way
is in
you
it.
get into it is just clapping arbitrarily
No,
at a
you go.
statue. Yeah, sure. But well, no, because they were supposed to clap, but she snapped and it worked anyway.
Because Addams Family.
Yeah, because Addams Family, they snap during the theme song.
Because there's 5 things they do.
Yeah.
And they've made
I remember
18,000 hours of
Thing
content about it.
was there
Right?
until it was
goat.
kidnapped. I
The best
think.
character in the show.
Uncle Fester was there too
And he's
in one
season 2
episode
as well.
Um,
He gets quite a bit of
there
play
was
in
a
season 2.
there was a chocolate shop that had like a weirdly large amount of scenes in it for some reason. Even though
I think it
was
coffee
basically
shop.
the only place in that town that they went.
It was
to.
a coffee shop, and yes, I agree.
But
It was-
I just
which is a
remember being
classic
chocolate in there.
CW show move.
Yeah, there's a coffee
Anytime
shop,
the
and half the
characters-
scenes happen in that
Anytime
shop.
the characters need to leave the primary location, they
And
go
it's
to the
always
coffee shop.
jitters, and it always looks exactly the same in every show because
Exactly
it's
the
one of
same.
the 3 sets they own. And then what else? There
My
was
wedding receptions at
There
a
was
local
a
Starbucks.
principal, and she was a red herring because she wasn't evil. But
Right.
there was a mind control girl who also was a red herring and did nothing.
But
and
she's back
really
in season
wasn't
2, and
the
she's now
show.
one of the main characters.
And then her roommate wore
Yeah.
the leather outfit during the boat race, and I remember that, and that's about it.
That's good. That's the most
Also, there
important
was a boat race for some reason as
Right.
well.
scene. Yeah. Boar's wacky hijinks.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Oh,
show.
and they're like segregated by species.
What do you think they're going to do in the Addams Family animated film reboot?
They're doing another Addams
Yeah, I
Family
just
animated
said it
film
out
reboot.
loud. That was the news.
They'll do exactly what they did in the first Addams Family
Why are
animated
they
reboot.
rebooting it? They just did it like 4 years ago.
Just make
another one.
No, just make more Wednesday spin-off stuff.
Well, they'll do both.
No, just
because they're working on Wednesday spin-offs.
do an
too.
Addams Family movie that takes place in the Wednesday stuff. Because like we've cast I think everyone. Just put them in a thing.
I think Cousin It is the only one who hasn't shown up.
And that one, you could just pick a guy to do that. Pick
But
someone.
I
Throw
guess-
someone in there.
I guess they want the kids to be younger.
Why?
I don't know. Marketing. It appeals more to little kids if they're like 8 instead of 25.
Well, just don't appeal to the
Pugsley
kids
is
then.
like 6 feet tall in the new season. It
Yeah,
bothers me.
that's the bit.
Yeah.
He's huge now.
Because it took 5 years to make a second
Yeah.
season. Yeah, I mean, dude, what? I get why, because it's an Amazon thing, and they have 3 IPs, and this is one of them.
How did Wednesday get on to Netflix?
Because it was a deal before they were bought. So
even
MGM.
for the second season.
Well, no, because once the first season, well, they thought about moving it to Prime Video
I would have done that.
And they chose
If I
not
was
to.
Prime Video. Why wouldn't you do that?
because I think Netflix was like, we'll pay for all of it, and we'll spend $200 million, and they were like, okay.
All right, yeah, you keep it then.
I mean, yeah, it was already on Netflix. I don't think people would have moved.
I don't think people would have moved, but I think everyone that has Netflix
People
also has
watched
Prime.
Wednesday season 1 because it was there.
Yeah,
They're
but
not going to seek out season 2.
but people already have Prime, so they would just watch it.
Most people have Prime.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like it wouldn't. The viewership would probably not change. That
I
much,
think
to be
it was
honest.
just a contract thing because they started making the show before they were bought by Amazon.
Yeah. All right. Is there any more Wednesday news?
No, I don't. Do you want more?
No, I was just asking if there's more.
Okay. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but did we talk about last week the fact that New Line and Zach Cregger have had discussions over a weapons prequel about Aunt Gladys?
No, we texted about it, but I don't think
Okay.
we talked about it on the show.
Apparently, that is possibly a follow-up they would do.
Oh,
It
that's
would be
a sequel?
after he finishes the current movies he's working on.
That's a sequel, or that's
As a prequel.
okay. I was gonna say
With
how would
Gladys.
I don't.
What's her origin?
I
Where's she
suck
from?
if she just like gets to live for no reason.
Yeah,
Spoilers-
apparently-
spoilers. I guess.
Oh, spoilers for
She
weapons.
she gets mega dead. At the well,
Appa-
they don't even know that she's in the movie if you've only seen the trailer. So someone dies in the movie.
Apparently,
She might be in it. I don't know.
Apparently-
Someone's there.
there was a section for her in the script at one point, but he cut it out for time.
I think that was a good choice.
I think that was a good choice as well. Do
Uh,
we need to know where she came from and what she was up to?
I
Does it matter?
would appreciate it, but like I like knowing like what the origins of the stuff is.
You
I-
like to understand the internal logic.
Yeah, I like understanding. Like,
Only
what-
to get
how the
very
thing works.
frustrated when you realize that there's no internal logic.
Well, no, I get frustrated when they like don't follow their own rules. But like if they establish rules and follow them, then I'm like, cool, I like that.
I mean,
That's
hey,
good.
I'll see anything Krieger does.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
it'll probably be
whatever he
fine.
wants to do. I'm sure if he wants to do it, he has a good idea. Wouldn't be my first choice. I'd rather him go do something else. But more power to him. If he's got an idea and it's a good one, why not?
My
I'm
only
sure they'd
fear,
be happy to have as many IP spinoffs as
my
possible.
only fear would be that like whatever coven of witches that she's obviously from, I don't want to see like a dozen spin-offs of like every witch from that group.
The problem with horror prequels is always you can't really do the monster's origin story because then you can't have the monster in the movie the whole time.
Well, but this is a little different.
This is a problem the Conjuring movies run into. They want to do an Annabelle prequel or the Nun prequel, but they realize that the only reason to make them is to have them in it all the time. But they need, for it to be a prequel, they have to become it by the end and not, I've already been it. So then they have to do like a weird in-between where it's kind of a prequel, but not really.
No, I think this will be like her becoming whatever she is.
So she's like training with witches and getting spooked
Yeah.
out. Because you have to have spooks the whole time.
My assumption
Spooky
will
stuff's
be,
got to be happening since
here
the
is
start.
what I assume the pitch. Well, this is my pitch.
Weapon.
So,
weapon singular.
Her parents die via mysterious and mystical circumstances. She then dedicates her life to like figuring out how they died and who killed them, and in the process comes across a group of mystics or witches or whatever that she like trains with in order to like understand and like ultimately like kill whoever like killed her parents or whatever. And then like over her time there, she discovers that like, oh, they like were responsible for her parents' death, and then she kills them, and then become like the magic corrupts her, and then she also turns evil.
And then at the end, she gets an email from
the school district
the
or
mom.
whatever. Yeah.
In Weapon.
I also assume this movie will take place like quite like probably a few hundred years.
Yeah. Assuming she's several hundred years old.
Like I assume this will be less. It's basically not going to be related to weapons. I assume this is going to be like almost like a Baba Yaga type movie.
What it would be is like it would be structured like Weapons, where it's probably going to have several characters and an interlocking non-linear storyline, and then a lot of like the same witchcraft stuff.
Yeah,
bowls of water, magic sticks,
general witchy
blood
stuff.
on some hair.
Yeah, witchy vibe.
All that would be the same. But yeah, I don't think you'd have a lot of like crossover.
Yeah, no, I think this will take place in like the 1600s.
Yeah, assuming that the character is supposed to be ancient,
which I
know. Maybe
I think
she's only
is
like
the
7. What I think is what it is, but we don't know. That would be the fun.
Because in the movie they do hint that she is older than she's letting on.
She's got a touch of consumption,
and she's already like 80
an 80
years
years
old.
old.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about this probably back in March, that the Bourne rights were up for grabs.
Yes.
Universal let them lapse.
Maybe don't.
Universal came back and scooped them up again.
Why?
They bought them in perpetuity,
Why?
developing film and streaming extensions of the Jason Bourne and Treadstone brand. The last Bourne movie was Jason Bourne in 2016. They brought back Damon and
What's
Paul
the
Greengrass
point of
for that.
Jason Bourne if John Wick exists?
Jason Bourne is very different.
Is it?
Yeah.
How?
Jason Bourne is a little bit more grounded.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's
more spy espionage stuff.
But like entertaining wise, I think John Wick's
they're
more
different types of movies.
I just don't care about Jason Bourne.
I know you don't.
It's like if you just
But they're not doing this for you. They're
It's
doing
like if
this
you
for our dad.
If you took James Bond and mixed it with John Wick, you get Jason Bourne.
Although Jason Bourne was before John Wick. So
yes, no, I'm well aware. But like if you take those two things and mix them, you get Jason
yeah, they're
Bourne.
both movies where a guy has a gun and he shoots
And he's
some
on the
people.
run from the spies.
From the guys.
'cause one of the spies killed the thing he
Apparently,
likes.
Joe Barton has written a script for Edward Berger to direct. Edward Berger is the Conclave.
Oh, so
director.
Edward Berger wasn't too much for you, but Donald Mustard was really pushing the limits.
Okay,
of
well,
what
Edward
what you
Berger has
accept.
done something in his life. Donald Mustard is responsible for the imagined order in Fortnite.
Yeah. Only the biggest game ever.
Yeah, for its story,
Except
obviously.
for Roblox.
And Minecraft and Tetris.
Well, in terms of like sales, yeah. In terms of players, no.
Like now or like all time?
Both.
Okay, whatever. You're wrong. Apparently Matt Damon is interested in coming back.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I don't think there's a point in doing this without him. They tried to do it without him. They did the Bourne Legacy, and it was not super successful, and they gave up on it after one attempt.
Yeah, I mean,
They did a
Jeremy
Treadstone-
Renner. Jeremy Renner was in one.
Yeah. They did a Treadstone TV show back in 2019, right before COVID hit, and
I know.
it flew under the radar, and no one ever
In
watched it.
Despicable Me, they do a parody of when Jason Bourne dodges the stuff.
Right?
That's all I know about.
Would you
Jason
see
Bourne.
a fifth
Oh.
one?
And I saw part of the movie when our parents were watching it where he stands in like a street and then a car drives by and he disappears. But then if you look at the like behind the scenes footage, he's just like walking like next to the car.
Would you watch a fifth Jason Bourne without seeing the other four?
No, I haven't seen any. I do not care about
What
Jason
would you
Bourne
call
at all.
a fifth one?
Wow, it's Jason Bourne. He's still here.
Because it was Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum,
Bourne,
and Jason
we can't
Bourne.
get rid of him.
Bourne Go Away.
Or it would just be called Born Again.
Get off, Bourne, get off my lawn.
No, it's just Jason Born Again.
Born Again. Ooh, that's good.
And then it's like a double entendre because it's like he's Jesus or something. And also...
The Bourne
it's
Resurrection.
Born Again.
The Bourne Resurrection.
Well, no, you can't do Resurrection.
The Bourne Redemption.
It has to be Born Again. Because that's the phrase. And his name's
But
Bourne.
they're always the Bourne something.
The Born Again.
The Bourne Again.
Yeah. I don't care. I would put minimal effort into this movie. Do not pick me to make this movie.
You're the perfect
I don't
choice.
care.
Tony Gilroy wrote those.
I don't care. I don't care about Jason Bourne. I'm sure they're good. I just
Okay.
don't care.
Paramount is doing stuff. They said they plan on doing 15 to 20 theatrical films a year. I'm going to call
That's just not true.
BS on that. That's
just
not
is
going to happen.
happening. And in any investors who were told that, they are lying to your face.
Okay, here's what's
straight
happening.
up.
Here's what's happening.
And
Them-
allegedly, because
them-
I think that's libel or something if I say that
'Cause-
definitively.
Because David Zaslav from Warner Brothers said this the other week too. He said they want to do like 12.
Okay, Dave. Sure.
They're all lying.
Yeah.
What they're doing
obviously
is they're loading up a bunch of movies on the theatrical release schedule for 26 and 27. And they're going around saying that they want to do theaters. They want to give everyone theaters. They want to put everything in theaters.
They're trying
so
to
that they
keep-
can attract a bunch of talent who will then go make their movies with them instead of the streamers. Because what keeps happening is Netflix and Apple keep offering them $200 million to send their movies to streaming. But the studios are saying, hey, we'll put your movie in theaters, but you got to make it for $120 million.
I don't think this is I don't even think this is about attracting talent. I think this is about keeping their investors from panicking after all of the rearranging they've done for the last like 2 years.
You think it's to take pressure off of the streaming services? Specifically for Paramount? Because Paramount Plus is like barely profitable and won't be profitable now.
Yes, I think that the entire reason for this is they're just saying, please do not divest. We have so much stuff in the works. Trust us, guys. We're doing so many things.
I think for Amazon, it is a try to attract as much people as possible. Because Amazon doesn't care.
Yeah.
Amazon will put movies in theaters for a month and then send it to Prime
No,
Video.
Amazon will just
because
burn
they've got money to burn.
They
They don't care. They just need to fill the streaming
For
service.
Paramount, I think Amazon does genuinely want to produce that much content. I don't think they will be able to, but I think that is something they will attempt it. Paramount will not even attempt it.
No.
They are just saying this to keep their investors happy.
They're saying this because their cable networks are basically no longer valuable at all. Their streaming service is not a big one and doesn't have a big subscription base. And they need to like tell people like, hey, we're trying and don't worry about the streaming service because we got big theatrical
They need to
movies on
keep
the
their
way.
stock price high so that when they get bought out, they can get big paycheck.
Well, no, they're bought out. But Paramount's no longer in the acquire us business. They're in the we're going to acquire you business. Warner Brothers is next up. Someone's about to step up and buy Warner Brothers.
Who?
It could be Paramount,
Disney,
Skydance, or it could be Apple. Really, those
Apple
are really the
won't.
only two who could do
Apple
it.
won't.
I think Apple is more likely than the other ones.
No, because Apple hasn't bought up any. I think they would have. We would have seen them buy like a couple smaller studios already.
They've got.
They bought
Warner Brothers would be the thing to buy.
They bought but if Apple was gonna buy a studio, they'd buy like a smaller one
Okay,
just
but
for
who's
like
available?
production expertise.
like Neon.
I could see
Neon
them buying
isn't getting
Neon.
bought.
I would see Apple. I could see Apple buying Neon way.
Neon
before I saw
doesn't need to
them.
be purchased. They're
I
not
know.
in debt. So like they wouldn't acquire them. A24 has
That's what I'm saying. If they're not going to acquire them, then they're not. Why would they go after?
no,
Warner
but they're
Bros.?
not acquiring Neon because Neon's not going to let them buy them. It's not because Apple wouldn't want them. If Apple had the opportunity to swoop in and get Warner Brothers, who is this it's a storied studio with a bunch of well-known IP
But Apple doesn't
and a
care
giant
about that.
production apparatus.
Like Apple's made zero IP stuff
because
except for, like,
they don't own
sort
any
of
IP.
Sesame Street.
They don't own any. They can't.
But that's what I'm saying. If they wanted it, they would have bought it already. Like, there's no reason why they wouldn't have bought something.
That's kind of a stupid
They could have bought
argument.
MGM. 100% they could have bought MGM.
They can't because Amazon bought them.
could have. Past tense. They could have bought MGM.
Amazon bought MGM like 3 months into the Apple getting into the game at all.
Yes, but Apple...
That was before Apple even was trying.
They could have bought Blue Sky. They could have bought...
No, they couldn't. That was part of Fox.
Fox was selling off stuff already.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Before Apple was in the entertainment business.
Apple's been doing streaming since 2018.
With what? iTunes?
With Apple TV.
Apple TV Plus launched in late 2019, like November.
I'm sure there has been an IP available for sale since then that they could have bought.
I think Apple is 100%. I would be shocked if they're not already in negotiations.
I mean, Warner Brothers is selling stuff to Netflix and selling stuff to whoever. I'm sure if Apple wanted, they could have bought that. They're selling all of their kids' cartoons to other networks, to other
Those
streamers.
are individual shows. I'm talking about the $40 billion movie studio.
I'm talking about just IP. If they were interested in collecting IP, like they would be doing it
The
already.
point of buying a Warner Brothers, would you get all of the IP, you get the name brand, you get all of their smaller brands, and you get the production apparatus. Warner Brothers Television is by far the most prolific and successful of any of the television studios. Like, getting them alone would be a giant acquisition.
HBO.
Yeah, they've got all of HBO, all the Cartoon Network studios, all those animation houses. They make a bunch of shows for the other networks, like Abbott Elementary.
I wouldn't see Apple doing that unless I saw them as genuinely wanting to compete in the space.
They're already burning like what, $1 billion a year?
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not trying to compete. Like they have not really.
Well, what would they have to do to tell you they're trying to compete?
Like they would have like increased the price of their platform to like competitive levels. They
Like
would have,
what?
Like it's still at like $10 a month.
Yeah, because they can't raise it any higher. Because no one will buy
They
that.
definitely could.
What would they raise it to? You can't have it cost as much as Netflix.
They'd raise it to whatever like Paramount Plus is. They'd raise it to be competitive.
Paramount Plus is like 12.
Then they'd raise it to 12.
So you're saying they're not trying hard because they haven't raised the Apple TV Plus
No,
price
they
high
haven't.
enough?
They also haven't made any like IPs. They have not bought any IP up. Like all the other studios that like wanted to start at like a proper streaming service, they started off by buying IP and then they started making.
No, they didn't. They already had it because they were already Paramount, Disney, and Warner Brothers.
Netflix made a bunch of stuff and
all Netflix's big IP are homegrown.
That's what I'm saying. I think Apple's trying to do that. I don't think they're interested in buying up studios.
Netflix doesn't really...
Because Netflix also doesn't really buy up
that.
studios.
Netflix doesn't, but also movie studios aren't for sale that often.
Yeah. That's not related to like what I think Apple's goals are. I don't think they would be interested if it was up for sale because I don't think they would buy it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think they're interested in that.
Okay, if you're
I think they're trying to do what Netflix. I think they're trying to build their own library.
What do you think Apple's end goal is?
Their goal is to build a consistent, self-sustaining machine that can produce original content for their platform that makes just enough to make money. I don't think they're really... Obviously, yeah, they want to be bigger.
Do you think they're trying to break even with Apple TV Plus?
Yes, but I think that they have chosen to do that by doing original programming. I don't think they're interested in scooping up
Do you
IP.
think they'd be more likely to do that if they were making DC shows for Apple TV Plus instead of, I don't know, Platonic Season 2?
Probably, but I think they want to make original stuff. I think originals are their goal. I don't think they're interested in buying
that's their
IP
goal
stuff
right now because they don't have the option to do that, to do otherwise.
There is no way that there has not been something they were offered to buy between when they started and now. There's just no way.
The only movie studios that have been in this kind of trouble are Paramount and Warner Brothers. And
did they make an offer for Paramount?
No.
Then like why would they make an offer now? Like that's what like why would they just now start doing that?
I don't know. But I think
I'm saying I don't think that they
You don't think they would buy anybody?
No, I don't think so. Not unless
that doesn't make any sense to me.
Not unless it was aligned with what I understand their goals to be, which is to just produce original content. I think that's what their strategy is.
I think Apple could give two craps about whether or not what they're producing is original. I think they just are trying to produce anything that'll boost Apple TV Plus subscribers, which would be way more likely to be IP shows.
But if that was their goal, I think we would have seen them be more aggressive in trying to pursue that. We've only seen them pursuing making.
They've done
random
what they
original content.
They scooped up the Charlie Brown Peanuts stuff. F1 is arguably an IP play.
Sort of.
They've got several movies in the works with Hasbro. They have a Matchbox movie coming out next year. Like, they're trying. They're just like, those are the IPs they can get their hands on.
I guess, but like
you can't, like, Transformers doesn't just fall off a bus and you can pick it up.
No,
like,
again, but like
the big ones,
I could see them scooping up like
to.
smaller things, but I would be very surprised if they just ate Warner Brothers. Like I just wouldn't see.
They're the only ones who'd have the money. The only other ones who'd have the money are Amazon, which I think they already got their hands full with MGM. They don't want to deal with a second movie studio, and then I guess Skydance, and Skydance only has the money because Larry Ellison is the second richest man on earth, and that's his son.
Yeah, I don't think Apple. I just don't think that aligns with like generally what they are interested in making.
I don't think Apple has
not even from a content perspective, but just from like a business perspective. Like they've been like his hand. They have not been very committed to like their software services, and they've gotten less and less so as I would say like 2020 onwards. They've like slowly reduced ads for almost every single software service they make in favor of like hardware.
But does that
sales.
tell you that they want to not even be in this game at all? Or
I think that they would. I think they would sooner quit the game than buy Warner Brothers.
Okay,
that's where.
Honestly,
that's what
I would tend to agree with you on that. I don't understand why they're still in the game at all.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I think the only reason they're still in the game is because they want to see if it's possible.
They were trying to boost their stock price 6 years ago by saying they're getting into television.
Yeah, number one, they were just trying to chase that trend because that's Tim Cook's biggest differentiating factor between him and Jobs is that Tim Cook will chase trends for business gains, whereas Steve Jobs never really did that. I think that was the main reason they even started this. I think they are trying to make their way with original content because they wanted to do what Netflix did. Maybe kind of in their hubris, they thought that they were capable of that. I don't think they are.
No.
And I think that they would sooner just abandon that goal entirely than change their vision to just buying Warner Brothers.
I think if they were to double down and commit, I think they would look into buying
because
a studio.
I think to Apple, because Apple is a very prideful company. They're one of the only companies that will let pride get in the way of them making money. So I think that they would sooner quit completely than basically admit we can't do it and buy Warner Brothers.
And if they were to buy a studio, that would take years and billions of dollars to merge the two.
Yeah, like they definitely could. I'm not saying they can't do it.
And I don't think
that it wouldn't make business sense to do it.
I don't think Apple makes decisions like that on a long-term basis.
No,
I think Apple is making decisions for like next year, not in 5 years.
I think when it comes to like their hardware, they're usually fairly far-sighted. And I think they have been increasingly more short-sighted with their software goals since then. And I think they see Apple TV as a software product, not as an entertainment venue, which is why I don't think they pursue it in the same way.
They see it as one of their services. The same way they see Apple News or Apple.
Exactly. They see it much more as just like a software package they're offering than like a big movie studio, which is again why I would sooner see them buy something like Neon, where like they just want help making like a specific thing and a guy at Neon can do that. Like I would see that maybe happening. I don't know that I would see them like buying Warner Brothers outright. They totally could.
I'm not buying the 15 to 20 movies a year thing. I think that's total BS.
To go back to what we were talking about.
You could do that.
That's BS.
The studios were doing that 25 years ago. You can't do that now.
No, because half of those were made for TV movies.
Well, they were doing that when you could make 100. The DVD business in the year 2000 or in 2005 or 6 was like $8 billion a year. That's $8 billion that the industry no longer has 20 years from now or 20 years later. Like, you cannot make the same volume of movies you were making back then.
Yeah.
There's no market for it. They're going to make 7 or 8 big movies a year. And if two of them bomb, then they'll freak out and they'll start giving them 17-day theatrical windows.
I think 2 years from now, we will be seeing like an average of like 5 movies a year from studios.
And there's 5 major studios. There'll be like 25 major movies a year.
Yeah.
And a million A24 movies.
Yes.
Because they just keep
generating. They're the only ones who
keep generating venture capital.
Yeah.
They say that revitalizing their IP is a major priority. They were asked about these, but they said Top Gun 3, World War Z, and Star Trek are all priorities, and Transformers. We know that they've brought Michael Bay back
the skibbity toilet guy
to fix Transformers, which I don't think is going to work. Top Gun 3,
yeah, probably not.
Inevitable. You have to.
Of course.
It's the most successful movie they ever made. And that would do well. Top Gun 3 will.
It'll do fine. Yeah.
World War Z.
Sure, I guess. Maybe.
If nothing else, why not? I guess.
Sure. When in doubt, chuck a zombie movie.
Yeah,
that's what I always say.
And then Star Trek. Okay.
Poor Star Trek.
Star Trek is like, it's never been more over for Star Trek.
Has it ever even, aside from like when it was originally going on, has it ever been Star Trek? Has Star Trek ever been
in the 80s?
Like after, big. Yeah, like after the original run of the show.
Star Trek, the original show got canceled, and then it blew up in the 70s because of reruns, and then Star Wars came out, and they were like, Star Wars is big, Star Trek is kind of like Star Wars. Let's make some movies. And then the movies were big, and they did TNG and Voyager and Deep Space Nine, all these shows all at once.
Yeah.
And they were all hits in the 80s and the early 90s. And then after that, it flamed out. It kind of came back when they did the Kelvin movies with J.J. Abrams. But those flamed out too. And then they've just been dumping a million super expensive shows on Paramount Plus that I don't think anyone's watching at all. Apparently,
Picard people watched, I think.
Strange New Worlds is currently in season 3, but they've already said that season 5 will be the end.
Goodness. Okay.
Their next big show is a show called Starfleet Academy. And Sam, I kid you not, there is a black Klingon character in the show whose name is Jay-Den.
Do you remember
this is where they're at. This is the territory they're in.
Do you remember when Marvel did their what was it called? Where like two characters were fused into one character, and they had like Thor and Miles Morales fused together. Mm-hmm. And then he was in Asgard, and he's like, "This is Asgard. This is my hood." And then he was like, instead of saying by Odin's beard, he would say like by Odin's fade. And like that was like basically this character.
And everyone was
like, that's the energy I'm getting from that.
Star Trek is floundering. They need, we said it, I think even last episode, they need to stop, and they need to just start again from square one.
Yeah, they need to do a
100% full reset.
Yeah.
There's
too much stuff. I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's 60 years old. Okay. Everything they've made is canon. So it's completely impenetrable.
Like,
all the fans of the old stuff are mad at the new stuff, and there's no fans of the new stuff. So time to just stop.
Like, I would sooner get into Doctor Who than I would Star Trek. And I genuinely think Doctor Who is like easier to get into. Because like, there's one show. And yes, has been running for like 100 years. Yeah. But there's just the one show.
There's not 15 shows and 12 movies.
Most of it is lost media anyway. So you really only got to start from like the 2011 and on. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't even got to watch the ones before that. Whereas like this, it's been running since like the 1940s or 60, whenever it started. This is forever. And every single thing they've ever done is canon. Mm-hmm. And it's always like, it's constantly self-referencing. So like, you kind of have to know all the things in order to understand anything. And it's just it's just too much.
No, they need to stop, fire everybody, take 7 or 8 years off,
and then do a new thing.
And then hard reset.
Honestly, I don't even think you need to take that much time off, because I think just no one even knows what's going on right now.
Honestly, yeah.
It's basically already been dead for like 4 years.
You could be off for a year and come back.
Like, when was the last movie?
2016?
It's basically been dead since
That's the last time anyone was talking about it.
Like, Star Trek Beyond is the last thing I remember. Maybe
Picard. I remember people kind of talking about Picard.
Yeah.
Because they brought Stewart back.
Sure. We'll say Picard then. People hated that.
Everyone hated it. So.
All right, never mind. We'll go back to just restart.
Just start again.
Pick a new thing.
And all the old stuff is still there.
If you want to go watch it,
you can. Go watch it, they can.
We're not getting rid of it. Well, they might, because that's just what they do on streaming services nowadays. But like, we won't get rid of it.
But obviously, Paramount. Okay, but we talked about last episode. Paramount's IPs are weak. They don't have a lot. So, time to take some risks.
Yeah,
Mr.
maybe.
Ellison.
I know I'm gonna say some scary words here, but you need to listen up. You might have to try something new. You might have to do a new thing.
Might have to have a new idea.
You might have to. K-pop Demon Hunters just popped off. Do like, what's another foreign music genre?
Foreign?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's J-pop? Do J-pop Monster Hunters. I don't know.
I think they might
something
they
else.
might get sued for that one.
Hey, well,
maybe not that one.
You know what?
Make Karate Steve 2.
Every big thing is
Give us a call.
Yeah,
We'll make Karate Steve 2. We'll do it for $5 million.
Everyone will love it.
Everyone will love it. Universal acclaim.
Yeah, it'll be better than Karate Kid Legends.
100%.
That's for sure.
I could guarantee that.
At least it'll be more fun to watch, at the very least.
Yeah, because it'll be embarrassing.
Well, I mean, it'll just be fun. It'll be more fun for sure. We'll even get Ralph Macchio. We'll give him like 3 of the 5 million.
What's he asking for now? Like a McDonald's
He's
burger?
He's on Louder with Crowder. Surely we can get him on.
Bro,
We can get him for sure.
We could get him for minimum wage. Him and Tim Kaine. Not Tim Kaine. What's his face?
Oh, the one, Dean Cain?
Dean Cain.
Yeah, we could get him.
Yeah. Okay, here's a big move they made. Matt and Ross Duffer, who created Stranger Things, have
Duffer
signed
brothers.
a 4-year overall deal with Paramount to develop theatrical films and streaming projects. They had a development deal with Netflix set up through their company Upside Down Pictures, but they're now exiting that agreement to go switch to Paramount because Paramount offered them theatrical and Netflix
Refuses to do that.
which has been a story, a kind of a recurring story these last couple of weeks, because apparently Rian Johnson is upset that Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out,
theatrical release.
is going to have a non-existent theatrical release and going to go straight to Netflix.
It's so lame.
Rian Johnson doesn't really have a right to complain because he got paid like $400 million to do those for Netflix, knowing full well they weren't going to theaters. So
yeah, well,
it sucks for us.
I assume they probably told him like they'd give him a limited run, and then he didn't know that meant like a theater,
Like 5 theaters in New York and LA for 2 days.
Yeah.
You're correct. Listen, I don't know if the Duffer Brothers will do anything good outside of Stranger Things. It's debatable whether or not Stranger Things is good.
I think I'm gonna call it. I think probably not. I think that Stranger Things kind of creatively drained them, and they like barely were able to come up with enough to sustain that one thing. Secondly, this literally is them like taking some guys and being like, we're not making Stranger Things, we're gonna make things that are strange, and then like trying to make it a thing, and I don't think
okay, but I mean these people did produce
a show,
the biggest hit in Netflix's history.
It's true.
So
and like, what else have they done?
If you're throwing darts at guys to maybe do something
over the course of a
you
decade,
could do worse.
They've made one show,
but that's because they've been making that one show this whole time.
But they could have finished the show a while ago if they wanted to,
and it cost $1 billion.
And they did just kind of base it off of like this one book that they read, and they just copied kind of the whole book.
I don't want to crap. Stranger Things season 3 is better than anything I'd ever be capable of making. So
I don't think that's even true.
I can't crap on that. Like, okay, but like seriously, why not?
See what happens.
They're not completely.
Yeah.
They are not completely
happens.
untalented.
No, they can do. They did Stranger Things.
They've done good stuff. Maybe if you give them a movie and there's less time and they can just make
they'll
it 2
have
hours
to
and
do
get
a
out,
thing. Yeah,
like that'll
if
be
you
better.
make them do it, maybe they'll do it.
You don't tell them take 10 years and
Yeah,
all the
have
money in
a
the world
million billion years and $1 million billion
and
do
infinite
whatever you want.
runtime per episode.
Make 10 movies, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if this is bad for Netflix. I don't think Netflix cares.
I think Netflix is done with them after.
I think
Stranger
Netflix
Things.
really just cares about the Stranger Things brand,
Yeah.
and they own that. So
I really think that's kind of.
I think they could take it or leave it. Netflix has the power to just get anyone Netflix wants. They can get,
because you know
for the
what?
most part.
I think if Netflix had more plans with him, they would have announced them already, like a while ago.
Well, they have several Stranger Things spinoffs.
Not even that. Just like if
in
they
the works.
If they had anything going on with Netflix would have been like, guys, we're making a new thing, and the Stranger Things guys are attached. Like, they definitely would have said that.
The only thing
now.
they had in the works at Netflix, other than Stranger Things stuff, was they were supposed to produce a Death Note show, which apparently
that was never.
If
gonna
it
happen.
still happens, they will still be involved with. But anything new is going to Paramount. Sam, you love Death Note and you love live action anime adaptations.
Okay, I don't hate.
And you love Netflix.
I don't hate all live action anime adaptations inherently. Okay,
Just all of them, just most of them.
I kind of like Alita sometimes.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And their One Piece one is actually pretty good.
Didn't watch it.
You'd probably like it. All the other ones though are pretty bad, and there are many. They would probably be okay at doing a Death Note is not even, I don't think, is even a particularly hard thing to adapt to live action. Actually, I think it would probably be
One
fairly
of the easier
easy.
ones.
Yeah, compared to something like any other shonen show, I think that's probably the easiest one. That said, since Netflix messed up their first adaptation so insanely criminally bad,
They got Willem Dafoe.
that was the only good decision they made over the course of the entirety of producing that thing, whatever that was. And even though he was good as that character was not the same as he is in the show. He was basically a different guy. He looked the same, but it's not the same guy. I wouldn't really care if that didn't get made. I honestly don't think they were really working on it to begin with. I think it was just something they kind of said and then did no work on.
I think it was something they would maybe pick up with when Stranger Things was over, and now they're just not gonna do it.
It'll just be on it'll join the Ryan Johnson cinematic universe of things
with his Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, it'll come out when his Star Wars trilogy comes out.
Once he's done with Wake Up Dead Man and that comes out, he's a free agent, man. He can go back to Star Wars.
Yeah, but is he going to do Star Wars or another Benoit Blanc mystery movie?
No, I think he'll do neither, and then I do think there will be more Benoit Blanc, because I think.
You think someone else will do it?
No, he could do it. No, he'll come back to it.
Just not with Netflix.
Just not
do it
with
with someone else.
I think he would want it to be in theaters.
Yeah,
it's a big deal to him.
And I feel like
the first one was a hit.
Yeah,
that was the crazy thing about the deal originally, was that the first Knives Out was a rare original film hit in theaters. And then Netflix swooped in and stole it from Lionsgate.
What if I just choke it to death on streaming instead? How about that?
What if no one talks about Glass Onion ever?
Yeah.
And it's not on physical media. And neither will Wake Up Dead Man.
You think Jamie Lee Curtis will come back?
To do what?
To be in another Benoit Blanc mystery movie. You think her character will come back?
I'm not ruling it out, but I don't know why you would do that.
I kind of this would be funny. I think that all of the villains from each of his Benoit Blanc mystery movies.
So you think he should do 6 standalones, and then the 7th one is just all the suspects?
They all team up to do one super
to kill
mystery.
Benoit Blanc.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I think that would be fun.
Okay. Oh, one more Paramount related story. The Running Man got delayed a week till November. November 14th,
and that has
with Mr. Glenn Powell.
Yeah, that has Glenn
They
Powell
moved
in
it because Predator was supposed to come out that day. And they moved it to the day that Now You See Me 3 comes out. So, big competition.
Honestly,
which of those do you think will make the most money?
Well, Now You See Me probably will.
Are you dead ass right now?
Between Running Man and
No, between all three.
Oh, Predator will make the most of the three. But next behind that would be Now You See Me and Running Man, and no one will care.
Predator, I think Running Man looks good.
I think no one will care. I think genuinely no one will
really?
see it.
Are you anti-Running Man?
I think it'll make $30 million.
Are you anti-Running Man?
I just don't think anyone cares. I also don't care.
It's still 3 months away.
But I just don't think anyone will care.
Why?
It looks like a movie from 2004.
Okay.
And I think people see that and they go, I don't care.
I don't agree with you. I think it looks good.
The graphics in the trailer look like a Spy Kids movie.
Graphics?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
Literally the title looks like something from 2004.
You think the font is going to scare everyone away?
No, I'm not saying just the font. I think the way they're marketing this movie makes it look like a Spy Kids movie.
I think it looks fun. I think it looks good. And I think you're wrong.
I think
it'll do
I think it will
moderately
be
fine.
A fine movie. I don't think the quality of the movie will be bad.
Slightly worse than Twisters. which was the other Glenn Powell vehicle.
I think it will do much worse than Twisters.
Okay, I think you're wrong. Predator's going to be an interesting test. Predator's like the first big franchise that's going to try to go from theaters to streaming back to theaters. And will that work? Did enough people remember the movie Prey and watch it want to go see Badlands?
I think
because that is one I'm sensing. I saw Weapons with a big group of friends, and the Predator trailer played, and they were just like, eh.
Yeah, I don't think...
more Predator.
I'm not sensing a lot of hype for the movie, but it's the most well-known of the 3 IPs, and so I think more people will see that one.
You know what people really like for no reason? Is the Now You See Me movies. They've been in the top 10 most streamed movies on Netflix like all summer.
Yeah, that could be like that one could just pop off for no reason. But also, like, half the cast isn't even there.
I think the only one who isn't there is Ruffalo. I think they've got everyone but Ruffalo.
Yeah.
And they've replaced them with the kid from The Holdovers, which is a good move. I support that.
He's a good actor.
I support him. Props to Dominic Sessa, my boy.
So I don't know that Prey being on streaming will necessarily hurt Predator a whole lot, just because the movies are not connected.
I'm not even saying...
Like, I think if I think the people that would have that perception, I don't know if that person exists. I think the perception of the average person will just be, they made a Predator movie a couple years ago. Nothing happened. They made another Predator movie. I don't think it's, they made a Predator movie a couple years ago. They made a Prey movie on streaming. Now they're going back to theaters. I think most people just kind of didn't, if they knew it came out, they watched it on there and then they would just be excited for whatever Predator thing happens. And then if they didn't see it, they just didn't know it happened.
You don't think there's anyone who's gone like, didn't the last one of those go straight to streaming? Why would I pay for this one?
No, because I don't think, because like that didn't happen with Dune. Or like any movie that came out day and date on streaming.
But the first Dune...
Like any movie that came out day and date on streaming.
People say that, but like there is a difference between day and date and not in theaters at all.
Or even like Five Nights at Freddy's.
But again, that's the same thing. Like that was in theaters. So people were still like, this is a big movie. It's in a theater.
But like there were Predator movies in theaters for decades before this one. So like I don't think that really matters that much.
I guess we'll see. I think it'll do fine. I don't think it'll affect it that much. I think if that movie doesn't do well, I think it'll just generally be like we're done with the Predator IP thing, unless like it's because it's a Hulu brand now.
Yeah, and
because that is the vibe I get from it. I think it looks really good.
I think it looks cool.
But I think a lot of people are just going to be like, we've been doing Predator for 45 years. Why are we still supposed to care about this?
I mean, aren't we doing a Alien versus Predator again?
Some point.
I assume that's what we're doing.
Because there's stuff and
because we're doing both of them right now.
They keep referencing alien stuff in the Predator movies.
Especially this one with the straight up...
With the Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah, the Weyland-Yutani robot.
Maybe we'll...
Do most people even know that those are in the same universe?
I think everyone remembers that they made 2 Alien versus Predator movies.
Yeah, but do people like think of those 2 universes as the same, or were they like, oh, they just randomly crossed over?
I don't think they're watching either one with that in mind. I think it's kind of just a thing they just
kind of like G.I. Joe and Transformers, right? It's like some people know they crossed over, but most people don't think of them as like these are the same.
But there was never like G.I. Joe and Transformers haven't had a big movie where they were like, look, it's the G.I. Joes and Optimus Prime, like. Predator and Alien, like, they made 2 of those.
Yeah.
I think people know. I just don't think it's, like, a thing that they're actively thinking about.
That they think about.
Like, every time you're watching that Predator trailer, you're, like, pointing at, they're, like, alien, they're, like, talking about alien stuff. So I'm, like, I don't think most people care.
Yeah.
I think it's more just a fun Easter egg for most people.
I think it was, but, like, now we're just straight up being, like, it's the stuff from Alien is here.
We're so used to everything being a universe at this point. Like,
yeah,
honestly, I think if Star Wars characters, if a Xenomorph showed up in the next Star Wars movie, I
think they have.
I think most people would just be like, oh, okay.
No, I think Xenomorphs have like
maybe
been in like the something. Backgrounds of stuff.
I'm saying
kind of like how E.T. is in Star Wars.
if like in Star Wars Starfighter, like there was a scene where they got chased around by a Xenomorph for a hot minute, I think most people would just be like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would really care.
But that's the thing, like it's one thing when it's just like a random, I think most people think of it as like a random one-off cameo. Most people don't think of it as like these guys coexist in the same world.
Whether or not Predator Badlands does well or how Alien Earth performs, I think either way we're getting
something Alien.
They'll cross them over again.
Yeah,
they can't help themselves. They have to.
They got to do it. It's got to be done.
Yeah. Anyway, one more news story. YouTube is looking into getting the Oscars.
I think it would get record views.
If it was free on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah.
It'd make it a lot easier for
And
all
then
those people to simulcast stream it.
Well, yeah, every streamer would go, look, Oscars.
They're leaning into it more. They're broadcasting an NFL game for free exclusively on YouTube next month.
Are you allowed to watch it?
They're actively encouraging people to
stream it?
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting play.
Are they going to okay, because at the beginning of every single NFL game, always, they put like 5 different disclaimers.
That you're not allowed to...
If you freaking talk about this game with your coworkers, we will freaking send an assassin to blow up your place of work. Like every time.
The NFL is famously
extremely litigious about any
even,
kind of reposting.
Mentioning part of a game in a YouTube
like
video.
if you are watching the game and a play happens and you record like 5 seconds of it and post it on Twitter and go, what was this play? They will take your video down.
They'll kill you.
Yeah, like that. It is crazy to me that they would just let that happen.
Well, YouTube gave them a fat check to get the rights to the game, so I guess they're okay with it.
That's still crazy.
Hey, man, if YouTube wants to get into sports and live events and make me not have to pay Peacock $13 a month or whatever to watch it, I'm 100% down.
Yeah, but that's only because eventually they'll be like, well, now we have this, so we're going to raise the price by $5.
Of YouTube?
Yeah.
Like YouTube Premium?
It'll be a YouTube Premium thing, I assume.
At some point, maybe.
Yeah.
But
if they invest in sports, because this is just like a game. Really,
YouTube generates so much money. The reason YouTube is okay with doing it for free is because their global reach is so big that they can just generate billions in ad revenue.
They're doing this one for free because they're testing the waters.
That too.
And they want to... They're doing... This is... I think this is a little bit shady on their end. But what they're going to do is they're going to host this game. They're going to go, look, this game did triple the numbers of any of your other guys.
Right.
You should give us more games. When, yeah, of course it did. You streamed it for free.
What they'll be able to brag about is that the international reach on it will probably be better than every other NFL game that's ever been broadcast.
And it'll get crazy views because it'll be free on YouTube. Yeah. Whereas you can't get a game for free unless you're watching Tubi, I think is the only other place where they consistently
Well, the only other way to get it for free, in quotes, is to buy like a pair of bunny ears and hope that you get a good signal from your local CBS station.
Like, I think they will try and leverage that into getting more from either the NFL or some other sports and be like, look, we got this crazy numbers.
I do think what they would boast about, and what they'd boast about with the Oscars, is like the international play.
Yeah.
Because everyone has access to YouTube. Everyone gets YouTube the same way. They go to Google and they go to youtube.com. It's way easier to find a video on YouTube internationally.
Unless you live in China or Russia.
Oh, yeah.
Or
and then it's
North
all
Korea,
censored.
But
like...
But everyone else, that's how you watch stuff.
But like anyone who lives overseas will tell you, like, trying to figure out where a Hulu exclusive show is in Australia is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because all the streaming rights are different. Sometimes they don't come out for months later. The broadcast times are all off because stuff broadcast like 7 o'clock here is like 3 o'clock in the morning in other places in the world. So I think that would be the strength of it going to YouTube, the Oscars. I don't know if... What would be crazy is who hosts the Oscars if it's YouTube. Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Because that is traditionally
probably
what the networks have done. Like ABC's main thing with the Oscars is they hire Jimmy Kimmel and they hire his writers.
And his name's Jimmy. He's perfect.
Mr. Beast hosts the Oscars.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a Jimmy do it.
We locked Martin Scorsese in this room.
It's got to be Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Olsen, Jimmy Beast.
Well, they got Conan to do it last time.
Yeah, he's close enough to Jimmy. He's like a late night talk show guy. That's basically Jimmy.
Yeah, Colbert's unemployed now.
Yeah, but, well, you know what? I could see YouTube just straight up buying The Tonight Show or whatever. What was his?
The Late Show?
The Late Show, yeah. Because, like, it did crazy views on YouTube every time.
I think he'd just do a podcast.
Yeah, you think he'd just do it himself?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not.
He'd make more money doing that. Well, I don't know if he'd make more money.
Well, because the Late Show...
He'd have more control.
The Late Show always got, like, 12,
it was the best...
Like, the floor was 12 million views on YouTube.
You like clips?
No, like, full episode. Like, they would post, like, 30, 40-minute segments.
You wouldn't be getting that every night, though.
maybe not every night, but like definitely the ones that like he's doing.
I don't know. I think he's more likely to just do another. Just that's what everyone does. Everyone just does a podcast. They're easy.
At that point, like
they're
what's the
easy. They're
difference?
cheap. For him, I think it's a better format because he can just do his monologues basically for a full
for the
hour.
whole show.
He doesn't have to do all the promo for the movies. He doesn't care
where
about.
he's getting up and moving around.
He doesn't have to pay a band or writers.
But the band is fun. The band is
No, I think
fun.
I think the only late night show that will stick around and still kind of look like the old ones is the Tonight Show, because that's just been around the longest. And I think no one at NBC wants to be the guy who canceled the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
So
well,
that'll be the last one standing.
that'll be the last one to go.
But like, yeah, I mean, Colbert's already out. Myers is next. He's probably just enjoying every day at this point because he's like 20 minutes away from being fired.
He knows his time is coming.
SNL is only the way it is because Lorne is still alive. Once Lorne dies,
It's over
or quits or retires, like they're not going to cancel it, but they will.
It'll change drastically.
Massively cut the budget on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the thing for late nights. I don't know. YouTube Oscars, I'm not against it. I don't really care.
I'd be more likely to watch it if it was on YouTube. I might not even watch it, but like I would have it on like in the background. Probably.
I mean, it would definitely help everyone who likes to stream it.
Yeah, because I'm definitely like right now, like unless it like I think something really crazy is gonna happen, I don't usually go out of my way to like find a way to. Well, that and I've been at work for the last like 3, like whenever they happen, so I didn't watch them. But like when I did, I would like
No, I mean
difficult
only
to find.
freaks sit there and watch all 3.5 hours of the Academy Awards every year.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever like watched them all the way.
No,
through.
I do because I'm a freak. But like I'm normal human beings.
No, but even then, like you just kind of leave it on and then like you go grab snack. Like you're not sitting there watching the whole. You're like scrolling your phone and stuff like while it's happening.
Yeah, I guess. But no, like the Academy Awards broadcasts are never good enough for me to have any like yeah. YouTube probably couldn't do worse than ABC's done. Like at least 5 out of the last 10 times.
No, and honestly, I think they'd probably up the budget as well.
They would probably invest more in it, and I think they would try to make it more entertaining.
You know what? They would also they would also add an Oscar for like internet something.
I don't think they could.
Why not?
Because they wouldn't. Because the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences decides what awards there are. YouTube would just control
but
the
if
broadcast.
YouTube goes, here's $50 million, we're doing a best YouTube video Oscar.
What YouTube could do is have a bunch of YouTubers come out on stage and be like, "Here's the top 10 YouTube moments of the year."
Yeah, you could
do something like that, but they couldn't couldn't give a YouTuber an Oscar.
How much do you think YouTube? What was it? YouTube was it YouTube Wrapped? What did they call it? YouTube Rewind.
YouTube Rewind.
How much do you think YouTube Rewind cost to make?
I think we know. I think it was like...
It wasn't cheap.
It wasn't cheap. It was a couple $1 million.
What's the Oscars budget? Probably like 10 million?
Probably a little bit more than that. Maybe 14 or 15
million?
To put on. They do employ a pretty large staff.
Yeah.
And they have to fly everyone out.
I mean,
no, the studios pay for that.
YouTube Rewind also had to fly out like 1,000 people.
I miss YouTube Rewind. I want them to bring it back. I know everyone... Honestly, I was kind of upset that the reason that went away was because everyone made fun of it for being cringe.
But that was the point.
But that was the fun of YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, it was always dumb.
No one... Like, the fact that YouTube... That people... Like, what did people want? Did they want, like, genuine YouTube Rewind? Just give us dumb memes.
I think they wanted YouTube Rewind to better represent what they saw YouTube as. And I think YouTube doesn't really know how to define itself super well, so they ended up highlighting a bunch of parts of YouTube that most YouTube Rewind watchers at least don't care about.
Yeah. It's really odd what YouTube considers its like biggest people to be.
Yeah, because they put like Will Smith in there.
Yeah.
And like most people who watch YouTube don't watch YouTube for Will Smith. They watch it for everyone else, everyone that's not a mainstream celebrity.
But at that time when they were still doing Rewind, YouTube was very much trying to like, they wanted to be like a family brand.
Yeah.
They were trying to be like we're fun,
which
for
is
everyone.
Also insane because they have always lived and died by like edgy content.
Yeah, that's where YouTube is at. That's where everyone, people who are on YouTube are watching videos where people swear and make sex jokes. They're not watching Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yes, a lot of people are also watching
Kids are
this,
tuned
Rachel.
into that, but they're not online.
And
They're
again,
watching it on
you're not
YouTube.
making YouTube Rewind for like everyone.
Yeah, they're
who
not.
watches
They're not
YouTube.
the ones who would watch it.
You're making it for people who like are into YouTube's culture.
Yeah, because that's what it was supposed to be. Was a celebration of like internet culture that year.
Yeah, and they kind of I think
And it became
let that go in favor of pursuing their like more business
which
goals.
it's wild that their solution was just stop instead of just
Well, they
like,
didn't just
make
stop.
some kind of change.
They did
They did
one
like
more
a Watch Mojo video
where they did they changed it to just being a top 10 list because
which
they were
was
like,
lame.
well, if you're gonna complain about who's in it, we'll just do a generic top 10 list, and that was like, okay, that really wasn't.
And everyone hated that because it was like, there's no fun in this. This is just looking at a
this
graph.
is just sad.
And then
And like you could have at least presented it in a fun way, and they were like, no,
it's just
we're
a
just gonna
slideshow presentation.
we're just gonna be like, PewDiePie's here. Look at PewDiePie, and then Jacksepticeye's here too.
Mr. Beast should do it. He's got the money. He's got the connections.
Yeah, but you know what? He's kind of.
I'm not his biggest
Maybe
fan.
hot take. He's kind of like just not an interesting host.
No, he's not. He's a real boring guy.
He comes up with really engaging
Oh,
ideas.
his team does.
The concepts, well, but he started it, and
Yeah.
he at the very least had to come up with like the original ones. Like he's good at knowing what ideas are good at the very least.
He's not charismatic.
But he doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have the vibe. He's kind of like an ugly looking dude. Like, not saying you're ugly, Mr. Beast, but like he's got a little bit of troll face going on. Like he looks a little bit like a troll man.
I'm not gonna go that far.
No, but like he's just not, to me, he's just not an interesting.
No, he's
host to
not.
watch.
His appeal has never been that like you're never watching a Mr. Beast video for him. You're watching it for what he's doing.
Yeah,
like
which should
which is
ideally
his
be
thing.
what
I'm not
YouTube's
criticizing
about. Yeah,
him for that. I'm just saying like, yeah, he would. But also, YouTube Rewind doesn't have like a host. He's always just like a cavalcade of people. So
yeah. So the reason I even brought up YouTube Rewind is
did I bring it up or did you bring
no, I brought it up. I could see YouTube kind of like trying to bring back that sort of energy.
I always thought it was fun.
And
it was
redirecting.
It was always a fun way to end the year.
Kind of like redirecting that funding that they had previously used for YouTube Rewind towards the Oscars, and then kind of shoehorning their own end of year thing into it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. That would be kind of a really wild way to do that, but
I still think the
possible, I
biggest
guess.
problem with the Oscars is that they air in late March of the next year. And they should be
everyone's
airing-
already forgot about
They
what.
should be airing in at the latest early February.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
It should be the same month as the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it should be February.
Yeah.
Like we should not be talking about 2025 movies in March of 2026.
Yeah, because I don't care anymore.
Let's just like it's.
And you're already like 2 months into
I know
that
why
movie
they do
season.
it. I know it's because their voting process takes forever because everyone in the Academy is old, and because they want to give people time to watch the movies.
Them with other people.
They want to give people time to watch the movies, but you know what would help is if they didn't shotgun blast every Academy Award contender in November, December of the year.
Yeah,
And then just like
fix that,
trickle
really.
them out and you space them out.
No, but like
Put some out in
there's no
in
May.
May.
Incentive for them to do that.
No,
right
there's
now.
not.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how you fix that problem from an incentive standpoint.
Well, I don't know, because the only reason they do that is because it's close to the deadline, and that's when like people are thinking about awards. But I think that's just silly. Like if your movie's good, it'll speak for itself. We see that. We saw that with everything everywhere.
You know what? Here's how you fix it.
We're gonna see with Sinners. Sinners is gonna be a Best Picture
Yeah, it's gonna
nominee.
be. But like here's how you fix that issue. You make it so that the judging is all year round. They don't watch a bunch of movies and pick one. They watch a movie, rank it, and then they leave it on a shelf. They leave their ranking on a shelf, and whichever one they rank the highest over the course of the year is the one that gets the vote.
Yeah, you couldn't do that because they just wouldn't bother. Like
What do you mean they wouldn't
It's a
bother?
story every year where like half the time members of the Academy don't even watch the movies and like barely even bother to fill out their ballot.
I'm saying hypothetically in a world where they watch the movies.
Oh yeah, that would be probably that'd be a preferable process.
Because then that way it
To have
doesn't
be
matter
an
when the
active
movie comes
ranking
out.
as the year goes on.
Yeah.
But,
And then at the end of the year, no matter when it came out, whichever one you decided was the best just goes
like
through.
if you're making an Oscar, like if you're a Fox Searchlight and you have a movie you think is going to contend for an Oscar and you have 3 of them, then yeah, man, like if it's that good, then you can put it out in August.
Yeah.
And it'll still get nominated. You put 3 out in December, people kind of talk about one and you just like run that and abandon the other 2. That's kind of dumb. Like actually give the 3 a chance. And if you space them out, then
Well, they don't want to run 3. They want to run 1.
No, they want to run 1 because it's less expensive. But it's silly. You paid for the movie.
But also the live voting would also kind of solve that issue because then like they already ranked it. Like,
Yeah.
You can't change it now. It's done.
The Oscars are dumb and they pick the wrong movie all the time. Anyway, Sam, what have you been watching? What have you been playing? What have you been reading?
I recently started watching the first season of Dan to Dan.
The anime?
The anime.
Is it because the movie's coming out or it's already been out?
That one, I don't think there's a movie coming out for that one anytime soon.
Evil Eye something? I don't know.
There's a Chainsaw Man movie coming out.
And there's a Demon Slayer coming out.
And a Demon Slayer movie coming
Everyone's hyped for Demon Slayer. I know that.
I still need to watch the last season of that.
Isn't there only like 2 seasons
No, there's like 5.
of Demon Slayer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's the first one, they fight the spider demons. Second one, they fight somebody else. The third one, the second one, I believe is when they fight the poison guy. The third one, they fight these 3 demons on like a mountaintop. They fight a lot of demons on mountaintops, but this one's at like a hot spring. And then the most recent season was like a training arc, and then the movie is the final. Oh, the second season was the train. They were on a train.
Right. I remember the train movie coming out.
But I've been watching the first season of Dan to Dan. I've only heard good things about it. I just didn't really... I kind of took like a year off of watching anime. I didn't really watch anything except for, I think, Free Ren, which is really, really good, and I highly recommend it. Everyone should watch Free Ren. But I wasn't really watching much of anything, so I've just kind of slowly been catching up on like the anime that I've missed. What else have I watched? I've been keeping up with Amazing Digital Circus, but they only release an episode like once every 2 months, so like that's not that difficult. The most recent, they had an episode just come out last week, so I watched that. That show's weird. Not weird in like it's just like, it's dark, but not in ways you would expect. It's interesting. You'd probably like it, honestly. Just don't engage with the fandom at all.
You excited for Peacemaker 2? That starts this week.
Yeah, I mean, the reviews are good.
Apparently episodes 6 through 8 are crazy.
Are the best thing James Gunn has ever made, according to him.
She says about everything he makes. You know what I've been watching? Because I felt like in case there was something important in it, I've been listening to the Peacemaker. He's been doing a podcast.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's on in HBO Max.
He's been doing a podcast for every episode of season 1.
Where he says what is and isn't canon.
It's a bad podcast.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It gets better. Like he gets better at it as it goes.
I don't. But it cannot be.
It's him. It's him. His wife who plays Harcourt on the show.
Yeah.
And Steve Agee, who's his friend who plays Economos, and they're so uncomfortable being like hosting a show, and this thing is way over planned. Like they have like 17 different like monologues they have to read off a prompter.
Why?
During the show, I don't know. And they have a lot of times they'll have like 2 guests with them on top of the 3 hosts.
Why didn't they just like?
So there's too many people. It's too short because they're only like 40 minutes, but they have 5 people there. And
why didn't they just do like a director's commentary version of the show?
Well, the other problem is it's basic. It's like half of every podcast episode is just James Gunn kind of like reading like what every scene was over again for the episode that you presumably just watched.
That's what I'm saying. Just do a director's commentary.
Well, these rewatch podcasts have been all over the place. And the best one was the Always Sunny one, which they used to do.
But that's because they're funny.
But it was because they had good chemistry.
Yeah.
And because they didn't, like, they kind of talked about the show.
But it was really about
But they
stuff.
talked about it broadly. People who were in it, people they had fun with making it. They didn't go, like, scene by scene and just be like, then this happened? That was cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't do that. That's the problem with the podcast. But the other thing is that just, like, James Gunn has clearly surrounded himself with people who think he's a genius. And he likes to talk about the fact that he's a genius a lot. and says a lot of things that the CEO of a major studio should not be saying.
Like what?
Like in the 7th episode where he talks about pooping his pants for like 7 straight minutes.
What? Like what? Like what's the context? I was
there's
on
a-
set one day and I
there's
just
a
had
line-
to poop my pants.
There's a line in the episode where Vigilante's like, I can't pee with my pants on, and he has to take all his clothes off to go to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
It's like a joke. It's
Yeah.
just like a throwaway line. And then James Gunn in the podcast explains that he has a friend who has to do that when he poops. He has to take all his clothes off when he poops.
I mean that's a funny
And then
anecdote,
he
I guess.
just starts talking about a time when he pooped his pants because he had not a colonoscopy, and so I guess he had like bowel control issues. It was like, and he goes on, and they keep talking about it, and I'm like, my man, stop.
Well, you know what that
You're
means.
embarrassing yourself.
You know what that means, though. He's a senior.
Because I think what he thinks it is like to him it's coming off as like I'm a
Charming?
regular guy,
Yeah.
but it's like no, dude.
You're
We're
what?
not all mid writing our $200 million DC movie when we have to all of a sudden poop our pants. Like that's not a thing that happens.
It's
to
not
people.
a relatable situation.
But it's that, and it's
well,
I
that
don't
does
know.
make him a senior. Though.
It's just not a great podcast. Maybe it does get better, like they get more comfortable, but it's just not good. But I've been listening to that, and I've just been watching a lot of shows. It's really slow right now. So like I was telling you earlier, I watched Eyes of Wakanda. I thought it was
me and my
fun.
friends have been playing Peak.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
So it's this game where you're like 4 legally not Boy Scouts, but definitely Boy Scouts, and you are in this plane crash, and you crash on the beach, and then you have to climb 4 different biomes in order to reach the peak of the mountain and get rescued.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, no, it's a fun game.
Does it look like It kind of looks like it's like top down, right?
No,
Or not really.
No.
Okay, I think I've heard of it. I just don't remember.
Yeah, you have like a stamina bar.
Was it like a Nintendo Direct for a minute?
No, it's not on Nintendo consoles.
Oh,
But you have like a stamina bar, and you have hunger that like builds slowly over the course of everything you do, and then you have there's a variety of different effects that can happen, like poison, or if you die, you get a penalty.
so
and
it's
get
kind of
revived.
like going to Philmont, but the video game.
Yeah, and then the stuff you carry will also take stuff out of your stamina bar, and then you have to like make it up each biome. And each biome is hypothetically progressively more difficult, but like the third one is always really, no, not the third one. There's actually 5, I guess, but one of them's 2 parts. The first part of the last one is the easiest by far, but more or less the easiest by far. They added the Mesa biome like last week, and it's the 3rd biome, so it's not supposed to be the hardest one, but it has like tornadoes that will just like straight up hunt you down, throw you into cactuses, which do like insane amounts of damage that you can only undo if you have another player come up to you and like pick the spines out of you. Which if you're playing solo, you have no way of doing that. So you're just going to permanently have cactus in you for the rest of your playthrough. But if you fail a biome, you have to redo the whole thing, and the map changes every day.
Huh.
So an average run is like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's cool.
So you and your friends all get together and do your peak run for the day.
Oh, you know what I did read recently?
Doom?
I finally read Watchmen.
Oh,
It's gas, bro.
well, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, no one has been like, "Oh, Watchmen is overrated."
Yeah, I know. Just like I read it, and it was one of those things where like you're like, I know I should read this. So I sat down and I finally read it, and I read like the first 6 issues over the course of like a couple weeks, just like here and there. And then in one sitting, I read like the entire second half. And it's one of those things where you just put it down and then you just kind of like sit there for like 10 minutes and you're just like, damn.
And they've never done a good adaptation for some reason.
You know what? I was reading it and I was just like, dude, this would be an amazing 12-episode miniseries where every issue wasn't a full episode.
Man, if only they had the opportunity to did that, and then for some reason they just
Why
didn't
did they do
that.
a 4.5-hour movie instead? I don't understand.
Well, not even. Remember, they did a show, and
They
then
did a show and it was a sequel.
It was a sequel.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
like, why?
seen it, but apparently it's really good. So that's fine, whatever. Because apparently he didn't want to do. He wanted to do.
I mean, that's fair,
a
I
different thing. That's fine. But like, I was reading it and I was like, it would be crazy expensive to do. But like,
Can't be more expensive than The Boys.
or the other, it would cost the same as the other Watchmen show.
Yeah.
So like, what are we doing here, dude?
And they have, presumably, I assume, they have the ability to do this. They made the other Watchmen show.
Because, like, yeah, it would cost a lot, but it is mostly, like, people talking in
Well, and
rooms.
look, The Boys has got one season left, and then the Gen V will keep going for another season or two. But,
yeah,
like,
that comes out soon, by
The
the way.
Boys is almost over.
Yeah.
Why not do Watchmen?
I didn't write that down, but did you see they started shooting Vought Rising and put out some
They
images?
did. They put out some promo images.
I
don't care about that at all.
I don't care either.
Yeah, like, why would I care about that?
I'm kind of like...
I'm good.
I want to see the end of The Boys because I like that show, but...
And, like, Gen V is fun. I'll watch probably the end of that, but, like...
I don't want to spend any more time in this world.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not a fun place
I'm
to
good.
be.
Like, what is there to be learned in this other show?
More characters are racist and or sexual perverts.
Yeah, like, we know.
Okay.
We get it. I got it.
I understood it season 1.
And, like,
episode 1.
Any plot twist that could happen in the past has already manifested.
Not affected anything?
Yeah, and is because, like, presumably it would be like, you know, Stormfront, the Nazis, and all that stuff. But like,
she got away with it.
Wins and is in the show, so who cares?
Until she doesn't and dies.
I guess we could learn more about like what Russia was doing with Soldier Boy.
Yay.
But then that would mean that the most of the show is him being in like a Frozen,
I
which
think it's
we know
in
it's not.
50s. I think
I assume it's just World War II, right?
I think it's 50s. I think it's post World War II. I think it's him when I think it's Soldier Boy.
Well, no, because he gets abducted by the Russians after that. I thought.
I don't know.
Or like shortly after.
I'd have to look.
During the Cold War, I think he gets abducted.
But yeah, yeah, no, I don't care. I keep forgetting that Gen V season 2 is about to come out.
That comes out after Boys, right?
No, it comes out in September. It comes out in like 3 weeks. I keep like every now and then I'll see a tweet about it. I'm just like, oh yeah,
Gen V.
I just like I don't know. Maybe they're just not marketing it at all.
Yeah, I don't know why not.
Something's going on, man.
But anyway, my point is that's about to wrap up.
Yeah.
You have, presumably, the rights to Watchmen.
Yeah, they have it. DC owns it.
Do it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Why not?
I don't have anything else to talk about.
Do it. But yeah, Peak's fun. Anything else? Dan to Dan is... I didn't really talk about that at all.
You fan?
The animation is really good. The everything else, honestly, I think it's like overhyped to a pretty big degree. Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, this show freaking sweeps the year. Nothing comes close." Guys, it's like a basic shonen. Like there's a girl, she's got powers. There's a guy, he's got powers. They use their powers to fight ghosts and aliens, and that's the show.
Wow.
And an evil grandma steals his penis.
Yeah, I don't know if...
And that's the main driving force.
I don't know if I know anyone who's seen Dan to Dan. I know a lot of...
If you know someone who watches anime...
My friends are all talking about...
You know what else you should watch?
What's
that's
that?
Not...
Is it another anime?
You should watch Attack on Titan.
Never doing it.
Why? Just like, it's better than Watchmen.
Okay. Chill.
I can confidently say that without even having read it.
Chill.
I'm not even kidding.
No, a lot of my friends are talking about Demon Slayer because the movie's coming out.
Yeah.
And that's like the finale of the whole thing.
Yeah,
right?
they're fighting Muzan, who's he's basically like a vampire.
I know that they're
Michael
talking
Jackson.
about that. I know that's going on with the anime fans. But yeah, other than that, man, there's just not a lot going on right now.
Chainsaw Man movie coming out.
Just like the release calendar is so barren. I don't know why they didn't program September and October at all.
You know what? Where's like the Nintendo games? What they were like? Yep, Donkey Kong
in July.
Hope you're good for the year till I guess
Pokemon in November.
But that comes out on the Switch 1.
And they were supposed to have Metroid, but I guess that got pushed.
I guess, yeah.
Man, just give me my 3D Mario. I just want a 3D Mario.
What is going on, dude? Like what?
I know they were making Donkey Kong, but like
it can't be that hard to do
that Donkey
Mario
Kong
also.
game. We knew they were making like 4 years ago.
They've been
like that had
presumably that was originally a Switch 1 game.
That game was done at least a year and a half ago.
Yeah, like that game was supposed to come out on the Switch 1.
Yeah, they just pushed it so it could be a Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah.
Like,
same with Mario Kart World.
100%.
Like there's no way that game could not have
both
run
of those
on the
they were
Switch.
working on OG Switch. I want my 3D Mario. I don't care if it's Odyssey 2. I don't care if it's Galaxy 3.
Just do something.
I don't care if it's a whole nother thing.
Do a thing.
Odyssey.
Do a thing, dude. Put DLC for
Odyssey
something.
is
I don't know.
Most fun game. Just most fun.
It goes. Bam,
I just want to feel that again. I just want to play. I just want to do it again. That's what I want from Nintendo, and I will play Metroid Prime 4 when it comes out.
I don't know if I care about Metroid Prime 4. None of the games that they've announced for the Switch 2 have really grabbed me that much.
Other than Donkey Kong, but also
like Donkey Kong, I want to play,
but I'm not gonna.
But
I'm not gonna fork over $500 right now.
But it's not even necessarily that I am seeking out Donkey Kong. It's that like out of the games they've announced, that one looks to be the most fun. But like, if there was another game out, I might have picked that over.
Yeah,
this. Like,
I mean,
this is just the best we got at the moment. And it looks really fun. I've not heard any bad reviews. Everyone says it's great. But like, I just don't care that much.
We're waiting on the big four. We're waiting on our Mario, our Zelda, our Smash, and our Animal
And
Crossing.
here's the thing. I know for a fact it's going to be a decade till we get a Zelda game.
100%.
And I know for a fact it's going to be another 5 years at least till we get a Smash Bros. Game, if we do. And I know for a fact it's going to be 2-3 years till we get a 3D Mario game.
I think it might be shorter than we think. I think it might be out next year even.
I think we'll get Mario Wonder 2 next year.
We're going to get Mario something. Because the movie comes out and they're going to want to tie in, and it's been too long since the
It'll
last
be
main
Mario Wonder 2 will be the game. And everyone will be like, where's 3D Mario?
Or
And they will go, here's Mario Wonder 2. And they'll be like, okay, I guess I'll take it.
I will take that.
Yeah.
Mario Wonder is really fun.
It's fun. It's great. I had a fun time playing it. I think that's the last Switch game I finished.
I think you're right.
Because I have Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and that game is actually really fun. My Joy-Con is just broken, and so I haven't finished it.
You broke another Joy-Con?
No, it's just the Y button just like doesn't work now. I don't know. Like, well, it works, but like only like every third press. Like, I don't know. It's like it just is like stuck or something. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. That's about it for this week, I think. Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
I can't do the last minute news sweep because I don't have my
we'll be back next week for it'll be like Kathleen Kennedy, George Lucas, and Kevin Feige dead in plane crash collectively.
Yeah. The industry will never be the same.
She will never recover. We'll be back next week for the box office episode. Hint, hint. Maybe an upset. Anyway,
what will happen?
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.